Happy holidays from Nickel City Mafia, Mr. Podger, our favorite time of the year. How you doing, my friend?
Doing fantastic, Mike. It's very fitting. Here in Buffalo, it's snowing as we speak. We're supposed to get about 3 inches or so today. So, perfect, beautiful, snowy night to encapsulate the Nickel City Mafia Christmas tradition. So, gotta love it.
Yes.
Gotta love it.
Yeah, Jake, this is our third year in a row that we're doing our holiday special. The first 2 years we did it for a charity event for families that had a child with cancer. I have an update on Baby Jack from our first show a couple years back. And then this year we kind of said, you know what, we're going to do it a little bit different. Unfortunately, we lost Cardell shortly after our show last year. Kind of a heartbreaker. We said we're gonna take a little bit of a break, and we're still going to give back. We're going to have some fun tonight. We're going to have some performances. We're going to have some trivia, give away some Visa gift cards. Going to be a lot of fun. And for those that are out there watching the show for the first time, if you want to pay it forward, we have our money set aside to give out gift cards. But whoever sends a super chat, any super chat money tonight will be used to give additional cards. So should be a lot of fun tonight. Looking forward to that, Jake. We're going to get into all of that, and this is going to take you down memory lane. We're going to get into the intro right now, Jake. There we go. Oh, we remember those good times. Those are from our last 2 years. Good stuff there. And I want to give credit to Dave Schmeidler, who actually did that intro for us last year, the guitar solo. So pretty cool stuff, Jake.
That's awesome. You know what? Looking back on memory lane, it seems to me that I may have put on a few pounds since. So, listen, dad of two now. Beard's growing out, a little fluffier than usual. But looking back, boy, time to get back in the lab. January 1st. Big diet starts on Monday, guy Mike.
Is it after? Yeah, after January 1st.
Oh, after the holidays. We're toast right now.
Of course.
It's over.
I look back too. So I saw the first one with Baby Jack, and I'm like, whoo, I had about 10 more pounds to me. At least I look a little thinner in the face on the second show.
And they say the camera adds 10 pounds. So right, I don't know. I don't know what we're doing here. Mike, you look great. Me? I got to sharpen up a little bit. I don't know what's going on.
You look fantastic. You look fantastic. Jake, we got, we're going to kind of a lot of good things going on tonight. We're going to have, like I said before the intro, we're going to have some performances from people from years past. We also are going to have some performances. We're going to get into some trivia, give some money away. And it's just our way of paying it forward, giving back to just the wonderful people that have supported the show over 4 years now, Jake. We've been going at this for 4 years, and we just love it. And then we're going to have some people come on. We're going to do some ad hoc guests joining us. And one of the things I wanted to talk about, and I see Gio's, I'm going to bring him up. He's in the green room. Gio, I hope you're enjoying some of the terrific wings that we have from Buffalo. They're right there in the green room, so grab a few. I know they're a little messy. We have some great pizza from Buffalo as well. But we're going to bring you on, and let me bring it on real quick here. Going to try to get Tom on here at the same time. Tom, if you're out there and you can join, jump aboard. So, Gio, thanks for joining us, my friend.
Glad to be here.
Yeah, that's good stuff. So, Jake, the other day, we meet every day as a team at work, and I was talking to them about Santa Claus, and I realized I've known that they grew up in different parts of the world. Gio grew up in Switzerland, and one of my UK friends, of course, grew up in the UK. And so I was asking him, what is Santa Claus? What was Santa Claus to him as a child? Gio had an interesting thing. So, Gio, why don't you tell everyone kind of like Switzerland and how it's broken up and all that good stuff?
Okay. Well, Switzerland is an interesting country. It's in the middle of Europe. So it has Germany on the north, has France on the west, and then Italy on the south. So Switzerland actually has 4 national languages. German is about 70% of the population, and French is covering about 20% of the population, and then there is 7% Italian, and then we have a very little population of forgotten language. It's called Romansh. There's just like about 1% of the population talking it. And it's an interesting country, because right there, you need to learn just more than one language just growing up. This is not just English and 3 or 4 time zones like here in the United States. Here is completely different world.
Yeah. So for you, Gio, you were saying that it was, from your part. By the way, Tom from the UK. He's not in the
British
UK,
Tom.
but
I love the name.
yeah,
I love the
Tom.
name.
Hello, boys. How's it
Yeah,
going?
good to see you, Tom. Yeah, so Gio, you were saying that where you were, it was baby Jesus delivering presents, not Santa Claus.
For the Italian culture, baby Jesus is the person bringing the presents on December 25th. We do know Santa Claus. We also have Saint Nick, and Tom might speak more about Saint Nick later. But yeah, the main character is baby Jesus.
Baby Jesus, I love that. I love that. Although I know Santa did fly around your area in Switzerland. How do I know that? We had Santa on last year, and he told me about this. He told me about all you guys. But British Tom, interesting character from the UK, and tell us how is Santa referred to? How he's referred to when you were a kid?
Hello, everyone. Merry Christmas, first of all. Thanks
Thank
for
you,
inviting me on. So in England, it's a little more low-key than it is in the US. We don't go as crazy with the lights and all the gifts and all the stuff as we do here. But the day after Christmas Day is called Boxing Day, and that's a national holiday where everybody has the day off. And we collect up all our stuff over the year, and package it all up and donate it to charity. So that's what we do over Christmas. And we don't call Santa Santa. He's referred to as Father Christmas or Saint Nicholas.
Love that. I love it. So when he first said boxing, I'm thinking, oh, what are they doing, man? They're getting out their gloves. But
I know the presents.
Yeah, they're actually taking their old gifts from years past, boxing them up, and giving them to charity.
That's awesome.
What a great idea, huh?
Yeah.
Yes.
I love that. So, British Tom, I know you have a little boy. How old is he?
He's 8.
He's 8.
Yeah.
So what is he expecting from Santa this year?
I can't tell you because he's stood like just around the corner.
Ooh, okay, so yeah. We can't ruin that. We can't ruin that. And Gio, I hope baby Jesus and Santa Claus can bring you gifts this year at your home. But I wanted to thank you two guys. You're great for coming on. And there's other one. I had some other ones, guys, that refer how Santa's referenced around the world. See if I can say some of these names. In France, he's known as Père Noël, Father Christmas. In Italy, Father Christmas. How do they say that in Italy? They say Natale?
Babbo Natale.
What is it? Natale?
Babbo Natale.
Okay. Yeah, there it is. Babbo Natale. Cool. And then in Spain, Papa Noel, another name, Father Christmas. They all kind of reference Father Christmas, which I really like. In Russia, Ded Moroz, Grandfather Frost. Grandfather Frost. Love that one. Let's see here. I can't say some of these names. Austria refers to him as Saint Nicholas, or I won't even say try to pronounce how they're saying the name. Turkey, Noel Baba, Father Christmas. So a lot of parts around the world refer to Santa as Father Christmas. In some cases, he likes to switch it up. I guess in other parts of the world, Jake, depending on where he's going, he'll throw on a blue outfit with a blue hat, and in of course in the U.S. we know Santa with the red outfit.
We like to call that the alternate uniform. So, this week the Buffalo Bills are actually wearing their red jerseys. That's their alternate. And by the way, British Tom and Gio, it's been a pleasure to have you guys on the show. I do have to ask you both, do you follow American football? Are you into it? And what will it take to get me to convert you guys to Buffalo Bills fans if I can do so?
I do not follow American football, but through proxy, I'm a Buffalo Bills fan.
Oh, I love that. That's a great answer. It's a great answer.
All the best.
Thank you. Gio,
the Buffalo Bills are the second favorite. Unfortunately, I got married to the Chargers, and they make me suffer more than the Buffalo Bills make you suffer. But
I don't know about that. But listen, Chargers have had some misery themselves, so I hear you on that. I mean, last night, great game though. They
did.
It was great.
They turned it around in the second half, which is actually unusual. And the quarterback, Justin Herbert, is something special. Like
he's a stud.
Allen, it is for you guys.
Yeah, both Gio and Tom are big fans of the true football, as they call it. So, we feel like the American football is the true football, but it's not. And these two guys love it. But trust me, Jake, they'll tell you I'm always trying to bring these people, my friends, I consider them family, friends, trying to bring them over to the Buffalo Bills side. And as you heard from Tom, he's a proxy. He's a Buffalo Bills fan. And Gio, I think if the Chargers, aren't playing against the Bills, he'll be voting for the Bills. So love it.
That's true.
So guys,
hey, Gio,
I know
we got a Chiefs fan in the chat, by the way, Gio. He says, "Oh, the Chargers, LOL."
Yeah, I know.
I don't know if he takes it seriously. Weston, shout out to you.
The past 10 years, it's been on their hand, and before it was a little bit more Chargers wins, but it is what it is.
All right, we got our first super
Tom,
chat.
hey.
And just a reminder, whoever provides super chats, we're going to put that right towards another gift card for somebody else. We're calling it Pay It Forward. Thank you, Tom. He says, let's hear Tom and Gio say, we'll have to teach you a little bit. So we got to give your best. Hey. So on a count of 3, can you guys try to do it in sync?
Are we doing it together?
Have you heard the shout song by the Isley Brothers? I think that's what it's by initially.
Yeah, so I'll do it one more time. Hey. Ready?
Hey.
You two are going to do this. 1, 2, 3.
Hey.
There we go. All right, that's pretty good.
Let's go, Buffalo.
Sorry.
Let's go, Buffalo. And then it goes on and on and on.
Yeah.
It's a shout song, but we have adopted it and we made it our own. And it's a beautiful thing. It's a tradition. They play it after every score. And man, you can't go anywhere in Buffalo without hearing that at least a few times throughout the day, I would say.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very nice. That's very nice.
Great. Camaraderie,
Well, gentlemen, I appreciate your time. I know you both are busy tonight. No, Tom, you're going to be going out the door soon. Hopefully you have a wonderful evening. I think you're going to check out Christmas lights, have a great dinner. And Gio, whatever you're doing with your lovely wife and family, I hope you have a great time and great weekend. Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Take care,
Bye.
guys.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Go Bills.
Go Bills.
How about that, guys? So, yes, Santa was interesting to see how Santa is referred to in other parts of the world. So, Jake, we got a lot of stuff to get through. I want to kind of talk about a couple sponsors that are helping donate to tonight's gift cards that will be given away later on. By the way, get ready for your trivia. You can't be shy. If you're gonna, it's gonna be towards. We're gonna have after our performances. We'll let you know when the trivia starts, but the link is in the description of this video. You click that link on your phone, works perfectly. If you want to get in on that trivia, you have to answer 4 questions. If you get 4 questions right, you will go home with one of the gift certificates we're going to be putting out there. Look at this. We got a special guest joining us. Let's bring on, wow, never seen Weston join the show. Weston.
What's up?
What is going on,
brother?
dude? Wow. It has taken a very long time. Weston, he's a Chiefs fan, but he's a good friend of the show. He's been with us for feels like a couple years, and he's always on our Discord talking it up with us. I don't know. He gets a lot of information before most of the media does. I don't know who. I mean, he's an insider. Somewhere he's got some insight. But Weston, how you doing, my friend? How you doing on this? Couple days before Christmas.
Well, I just got back from Top Golf, so I had a few drinks.
Oh, I love that. Hey, I'm going to join you right now, brother. I'm glad you said something. I knew you've been drinking tonight, so I got a little bourbon myself. And by the way, Mike, you know I'm a Christmas Vacation fan, so I brought out the old, the old mug. Don't mind if I do.
Christmas Vacation in a little bit. So, Weston, you're telling me all it took is to get a few drinks in you and get on?
Oh, man. So we have I work at Vornado. I don't know if you guys have heard that. Vornado Air, like they make fans, heaters, and stuff.
Oh yeah, you told me about this before. Yeah.
So our company Christmas parties are like legendary.
Nice.
So like stuff goes back for like a decade. You can hear stories from people that have been there for 20 years. And we've actually been banned from a couple places. It gets that crazy.
Sounds electric, man.
So they had to the last couple of years, they had to kind of tame it down for us a little bit. So they only limit us to 3 drinks at Top Golf now. So I had to go as max as I could get today.
What were you drinking? What were you sipping on? That's the real question.
One was a Long Island iced tea.
Okay, classic. Nice.
It was like a 5-spice margarita.
Oh, hey. I like a good marg.
Yeah, 5-spice margarita, and then Moscow Mule. That's my favorite.
Nice. Yep. Well, you went all around the world today with those drinks. Dude, I like it, Weston.
I just wanted to just taste like their 3 main stuff, but I made the mistake one time of mixing dark with dark liquor with that was a bad.
Well, Weston, we got a family show. We can't be talking too much alcohol, but I want to ask you. I know you have a couple kids, right?
No
kids.
Nope.
Wow, I don't know why I thought he had some, Jake. Okay, so what do you got planned for Christmas this year?
So I'm actually at my parents' house sitting this weekend. So
sitting.
Yeah. So they went down to pick up my grandma. They were like, "Hey, can you watch the house?" And they went down to Oklahoma to pick up my grandma, and she's coming up here and we're going out to my aunt and uncle's house out in West Wichita. So, but that's pretty much it's kind of a small gang, 6-7 people, but not that big.
Love it.
Nice. All right, Weston. Well, thank you, man. We're going to get on with the rest of the show. You're welcome to stay if you want, or just you can jump off your option. We're going to have other guests joining us today and some performances. I asked everybody to say where they're from and say hello. We got
Tonawanda.
Cat Salad Gaming coming in from Tonawanda. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us tonight.
I'm not sure, but that might be my mother-in-law. I doubt she goes by that username. She said she was going to be watching tonight. They call her Tonawanda Pam. Shout out to you.
Okay.
Tammy, my mother-in-law.
You think so?
Yamalama Ding Dong. I don't think that's actually her, but it's funny that someone did put Tonawanda in the comments. I think she's watching, though. She had to ask how to actually get it because I think she's watching it on the TV.
Okay.
So here we go. We got another Tonawandian.
Definitely
not a mom. All right. Fair enough.
Cat Salad Gaming. All right.
Maybe a cat mom. Cat Salad Gaming.
Awesome. Well, listen, Jake, before we get into all the fun stuff on the show, we got a few people to thank. I want to talk to one of the donors for tonight's show for the gifts, and that is a company called Stenote. Stenote, Stenote. I'm not going to play the promo for it. It's a little hard to see on the screen, but I want to talk a little bit about it. Actually, I will bring it on. And basically, it's on your Apple and your Google Play Store. You can download it. I've used it. It's fantastic. You download the app. Let's say you're in a meeting. Let's say for me, whenever I go to the doctors and my wife's not able to join me, she says, "You always forget to tell me things. So can you record what's happening?" So this is a way for me to do it. I go into the office with the doctor. I press the record button on the app. It will actually, it's AI. It's AI. So what it does is it will, at the end of the conversation, it'll summarize everything and just give it back to me. A nice summary, details, tell me everything we talked about so I don't forget anything. So when I go back home, show my wife the notes. And there you go. I've also used it for my mom's doctor when I'm, trying to remember everything these doctors are throwing at me for her. It's a great way to capture those notes. You don't have to write them, just listen in. And it's really good. They don't have to be super close. Does a great job. So check it out. Stenote, Stenote. They donated a good amount for tonight's giveaways for the Visa gift cards. I'll play it real quick. Try to keep it. Let's see. We'll lower the volume a little bit on this one. Jake. I'm sure if you guys at your workforce, you guys are probably being introduced to some AI note takers that jump in the teams. You can bring them in the teams and they'll take notes. This is something for you to take on the fly with your phone. Everyone has a phone. So great way, again, for me, doctors, talking to a coach, something for my son, anything. I don't have to kind of jot down all these notes. I just turn this on, it records us, and it gives me all the breakdowns. So good stuff, Jake. And I know, Jake, we got one other person that's donated to tonight's show. Why don't you tell us about them?
Yeah, he's going to be I should say it's a collection, a group of guys. They have formed a group called EQ Bets. So everything is run through Discord with what they do. But my good buddy Alex Whalen, shout out to him. I've known him since he was maybe, 8 years old or something like that. I can call him a second brother. He comes on the show every once in a while, Mike, and we started having a conversation and talking about what makes sense as like a sponsorship or something like that. So they do this really cool thing. It's all through Discord, and I know eventually in the future here, I think they're going to streamline their Discord with ours, with our betting channel, so they could put plays of the day and all that cool stuff on it. But nonetheless, EQ Bets, it's right in the name. They do basically betting models and different plays of the day, and basically give you the right algorithm and the right picks each week, each game. They cover all sports, NFL, NBA, MLB, NHL, UFC, both college basketball, college football. They have advanced data-driven AI models, and the guys that are fine-tuning it in the background, super smart dude. Shout out to Sean Otto. Just incredible dudes that have put this together. We will, I know in the future here, we'll be putting, some more promos out for them, stuff for the Discord. And if you sign up, the first week is free. After that is a $10 monthly fee after that. But you get your money back and then some. So you place your bets with us. We're sports bettors ourselves, Mike. And let me tell you right now, we got a nice play of the day later on in the show that we're going to feature for this Bills and Patriots game. So very excited about that and excited to partner up with these dudes. So shout out to EQ Bets. Love you guys.
Awesome. Well, what we're going to do here, I'm going to give you a great update. And this was 2 years ago when we did our first fundraiser for a family who had a child with cancer, baby Jack. And I know a lot of the folks here on the show, especially my friends and our friends and family, remember that time. And baby Jack had a rare kidney disease. He's living with half a kidney. I got an update from Mama Amy just today. He said he's doing well. He's in good spirits. He's in stage 3 of kidney failure, which is he's still fighting. So send prayers out there. But he made he had a Make-A-Wish trip this year, and he wanted to see the Grinch. That was his wish. The Grinch, Jake. I'm telling you. As a kid, I'd be afraid to see the Grinch. Look at those pictures right there, right?
Oh, he looks fired up. Look at him.
He does too. So I have some other pictures. And he wanted to see Spider-Man. So let me show you some pictures. Amy gave me the rights to share this. There he is with Spider-Man. Just the cutest kid. All our kids are beautiful. I mean, here they are, the two brothers, and Jack in his Spider-Man outfit. And there's Mama Amy with Santa. Let's see here. Another great picture of those folks there. And there's Jack. I mean, cutest kids. Cutest kids. So, and there's the whole family there with the Grinch. I got to tell you, a lot of kudos to wanting to see the Grinch. I don't think that would be one of my choices, but I'm so glad that baby Jack had his wish come true. He's doing well. Like I said, keep praying for him. He's got some big scans coming up, I believe Amy told me, in the near future. So our thoughts and prayers are with Amy and Jack. Can't call him baby Jack anymore, Jake. That's how we refer to him, baby Jack.
Right. That's right. I know, and it's awesome to see, even when we first met the family and all that, and it's like this kid is going through so much adversity and just smiling through the entire thing. I mean, just absolutely incredible. It warms your heart. Just seeing pictures like that is a beautiful thing. So very happy for you guys. Merry Christmas to you all if you're watching, and keep fighting, Jack.
Yeah, definitely. Jake, we're going to get into our first performance. And before we do, I just wanted to ask you, we're going to ask a lot of questions to guests that come on the show tonight. But for you, talk to me. I mean, now you have Maxie, and you just had a new son born this year. And Sullivan. As a child with Big L and Mama Podger, I'm sure you guys had your Christmas traditions. What is it you're taking as a child and carrying them forward with your children? And what about your wife? Did she have any twists that you were surprised about? I know we did. Yeah, tell me about that.
Yeah, well, I would say the most unique one for my wife, I'm going to start with her. I'm going to put her on blast a little bit. I'm going to put the family on blast. I know some of them are watching out there, but they like to go find their Christmas trees in the dark, Mike. So I don't know what started this. I think it was because, my father-in-law, shout out Prison Mike, he would work some crazy hours. He still does to this day. The guy doesn't stop. He's like the Energizer Bunny. But, it was tough for them to, get together as a family and go pick out a Christmas tree. And now their grandparents, they live out in the sticks. I call it the sticks. I'm from the suburbs. It's out in the country, if you will, right? They got this beautiful piece of property. You go back a little bit, there's pine trees everywhere. So the problem is, though, they can only get together at nighttime. And I think this is how it started, right? So they would go find their tree and pick it out with flashlights, walking through the snow, walking through any type of weather that they give or that's been given to them. And they'll find their tree and then they take a picture with it. Usually when they get home, they'll either find like a squirrel living in it or like half of it is missing or whatever. And then you got to improvise. You got to drill some branches in and do your thing, right? So that is a very unique tradition that is continued to this day. And we went out this year, me and little Maxie went out in a snowstorm, and I'll tell you what, it was whiteout conditions. Now, I regretfully have to say we did not get a tree because we have about 5 artificial trees. I wanted to get a real one. My wife put her foot down. She said, no, we're not getting any more trees. You are obsessed. You are like Buddy the Elf, and it's almost too much for me. So too much clutter, not a good thing. Next year, maybe ditch a couple of those artificials, get a real one.
I love it. So Sean Otto, we got a new member.
There he is. Sean, thank you, sir. So Sean is actually the one of the creators and developers for EQ Bets. So as I mentioned, this is the dude putting it all together in the background. He's an absolute genius, certified genius. I talked to him on the phone. Just an awesome kid. Big Bills fan too. They're all from Buffalo, Mike. So that's even better.
Love it.
So they believe in what we believe in. Bills Super Bowls. So yeah, shout out to you, Sean. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
Yeah, love it, Sean. Look forward to working with you guys in the future. So good stuff. Thank you. So yeah, that's awesome, Jake. Very cool stuff. We're going to get into our first performance, and this goes back a couple of years ago. And this is another co-worker who is from Mexico. He actually flew back to Mexico that year because he goes back there every now and then. And he has a very beautiful friend, Priscilla. He has a beautiful voice, and she actually is the only one who's actually given us a performance all 3 years. I couldn't use the one this year due to copyright, but we're going to bring up the first performance from them too, which is a fantastic song. Alberto, if you're out there, Priscilla, if you happen to watch this, I love this one. It's one of my favorites. So let's bring it up real quick and we'll get into it. let's see here. So we got to present it. We're going to.
It's a great name too, by the way, by Mike. Priscilla. Amazing name. I love that name.
There we go. All right, there it is. Let's go.
This is for Baby Jack with much love. Last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I gave you to someone special. Once beaten and twice shy, I give my distance, but you still catch my eye. Do you recognize me? Well, it's been a year, it doesn't surprise me. Merry Christmas, I wrap it on a set it. We did not saying I love you, I meant it. No, I know what a fool I've been, but if you kiss me now, I know you fool me again. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I gave you to someone special. The last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I gave you to someone special. A face on a lover with a fun in his heart. A girl on the cover, but you tore her apart. Maybe this year, I gave you to someone special. 'Cause last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I gave you to someone special. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I gave you to someone special.
I love it. Alberto, one of my favorites. Priscilla, one of my favorites. Obviously, that was 2 years ago for Baby Jack, and you heard her say that. This one goes to Baby Jack. So I just love that. She's fantastic. And they actually, Alberto on the ukulele and her singing, just incredible. Jake, you're on mute, by the way. I know when we play the videos this way, we have to put ourselves on mute, and sometimes we forget to go off mute. But I hate it, my friend.
Hand up, that's on me. I was going to say the ukulele is freaking awesome. I love that instrument in general, and he absolutely rocked it. Great job.
So Jake, we're going to go one more, and we'll come back to a couple. We got another one from her from last year, but we're going to go to one of your favorites. And you talk about this group, and they usually perform each year at your company party. Love what they do. So introduce them, and then we'll bring that video up from last year.
Well, shout out to Violina Music. They are freaking incredible. So Lena is the violinist, and she is so damn talented. Her husband, I think they're married now. I know they were engaged last year. I think they're officially married. Ryan is the singer, and then they have Steve, who's coming this year, Mike. So I'm going to take a video. We'll have to play it on one of our other shows. This guy is actually Jesse James Decker's drummer. So I don't know if you're familiar with her. That's Eric Decker's wife, by the way.
Okay.
So, just a beautiful couple in general. And I said, is there any way we can bring them to our party in Buffalo? And he said, I'll see if I can pull some strings. So holding out hope that maybe they show up this year. I don't think it's going to happen, but Steve will be there. So, and he's fantastic too. But it was just the two of them last year, Lena and Ryan, and they did a fantastic job. Great rendition. Again, one of my favorite movies of all time, honestly, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. And this is the theme song for it.
All right.
It's from my favorite Christmas music. Yes, Christmas vacation.
Wow, I love that one. Don't forget,
Absolutely unreal.
yeah,
I know. I keep doing that.
yeah, I did it last year. You guys caught me many times. Frida in the house joining us, another coworker. Much love, Frida. Happy holidays. I'm bad with what's the new kids? The kids do the hearts with the little finger. Yeah,
I can't do it that well. My
that's the
fingers are
new
too
thing.
fat.
I don't know. Much love, Frida. Thank you for coming in and joining us or saying hi. She says, happy holidays, everybody. Yep, Gio, stay hanging out there. Nice that you're staying with us. So great. I love that band. I think you made a mention it before the video. We're going to get Sammy on here in a little bit. But they're coming to play at your office again Monday, right?
That's right. Yeah. So I'm going to have to take some more video. And this time, like I said, they got Steve, the drummer, coming this year. So he was there. So we had them initially 2 years ago for the first time. And now it's a staple. So every year they come and play at our office party. Last year, Steve couldn't make it. This year, he's back, baby. Maybe bringing Jesse James Decker. Who knows? I don't know, Mike. But I'm pretty excited, to say the least.
I love it. Well, let's bring on another friend of ours who really we haven't got to see. I've missed them. We haven't gotten to see him a lot this year. I think maybe because the Buffalo Sabres are doing so bad.
Sabres.
But let's bring on Sammy, Saucy Mitts. How you doing, sir? It's been a while.
Hey, yeah, it's good to be back on a podcast. It's been quite a while. I'd love to get that back up and running, even if the Sabres are bad. It would be nice to just talk about it, get it off my chest, have an area to vent because, whoa, it's been tough. Also, I've been watching this stream, and I haven't had it. It's been building up inside of me. I need to say this, Jake. That sweater is amazing.
Oh, thank you, dude.
Yeah, that's
that
really
awesome?
fantastic. Yeah, I don't. Where'd you get something like that?
Etsy, and it's hilarious because the person that actually brought this over is like 2 blocks over from me. So they're in the same neighborhood. It's absolutely wild. Like,
okay,
when I ordered it, he's like, "Hey, you're like 2 streets over from me. Do you want me just to drop it off?" And I said, "Yeah, that's amazing." So, yeah, pretty cool. I'll have to plug the username at some point, maybe in the description or something. But they do some pretty cool attire, and this was one of them. Josh Allen leaping over a reindeer. This is maybe my favorite sweater of all time.
Well, I mean, it makes sense. That is festive. It's Buffalo. It's
right.
One of the greatest moments in Josh Allen, just like clip history. But
that's right.
So, Sammy, we've been missing you. Hopefully, you can convince Timmy, or even if you just come on and talk a little bit.
Yeah.
I know, just vent, like you said, vent. The Sabres are struggling this year. It's rough for all of us. But when you get on the airway and Timmy gets on the airway, I don't know. I feel better afterwards, even if Timmy goes on a rant. So we got to see that again.
Yeah. I definitely won't be stopping or tempering him if we get that. I'll be adding fuel to the fire because we're 11 into a losing streak and we're down 5-2 right now against Toronto. So I know not what people are wanting to hear on their Christmas stream, but
and the real problem is too, Sammy, which I mean, these Toronto fans, they pay so much for their tickets there in Toronto. They come over here to Buffalo. Tickets are cheap as it is. So they're like, oh my gosh, this is a bargain. So it's like a home game for them, which is totally out of the ordinary for any type of Buffalo team. I mean, you go anywhere to an away game, it's usually Buffalo fans that are doing the same thing. But right now, the Sabres are in a sad state of affairs. It's tough to watch. But listen, it will pay off one of these days. Just as the Bills. I mean, Mike and I were Bills fans when it wasn't cool to be a Bills fan. We watched Anthony Thomas rush for 33 times for 102 yards and lose to the Colts like 16-13 back in 2007. There were a lot of things. Their 6-3 game against the Browns. You remember all these horrible, just heartbreaking moments going 7-9 repetitively. And finally, when you do make the playoffs and then you consistently make it, man, it's worth it. So I'm hoping it happens again for the Sabres. It has to happen at some point here, right? I mean, the talent isn't that bad in the room, right?
No. And that's like you were saying, like that's the fun thing about fandom. It's frustrating, but I will continue to love this team to death. And when the good times come, it will be great. So
well, I see you got the bag behind you there too.
Yeah, that's that's made it onto the streams a couple of times. It's
I love it.
Sammy, part of the process.
Sammy's the youngest content creator on our channel. And so, Sammy, I had a couple of questions for guests that are going to be joining us. I know last year, I think I asked best holiday memory. Okay. And for those out there in the chat too, if you can share your best holiday memory. But this year, Sammy, I want to kind of make you reach back. Shouldn't be too long. You're pretty young. You shouldn't have to go back too far. But Maybe
my memory fails me though.
one of the best gifts you can remember getting and why it was one of your favorites, and then maybe one of your favorite holiday shows. Could be the cartoon Rudolph, I don't know, could be anything. Just those two questions: your favorite gift that you can remember and your favorite holiday show. Same question to the channel, to the folks out there in the channel.
Okay, so I'll start with my favorite gift. I think I was around 10 at the time, so call it like 12 years ago. I got this little like pedal powered drifting like cart almost called a green machine. I don't know if anyone even knows what that is.
Okay.
But yeah, basically it just allows you to just drift around in like a parking lot or whatever. And as a 10-year-old, that's the coolest thing you could think of. Like maybe that's not like the most practical or the most like, long-standing gift, but as a 10-year-old, that was the most fun thing I could have possibly owned. So that's got to take the cake. And it's like a big gift too. You walk downstairs like on Christmas morning, you see that thing like in the middle of the living room. You're like, this is going to be so much fun. And it was. So
did you have a clue as to what it might be?
Did I have a clue that? Yeah.
Did you have a clue what it was? Or it was unwrapped then, I guess, right?
Yeah. It wasn't. Okay. It wasn't wrapped. I thought it was just sitting there. It may have had like a bow on it or something.
Okay.
The way that people do with like real cars.
Yeah.
Classic.
But I honestly don't remember. I just remember that it was a buttload of fun. So
yeah.
And are you a North Towns guy, Sammy? I meant to ask you that. You're
North Towns? No, I'm South Towns.
You're South Towns? Where are the South Towns, dude?
East Aurora.
That's right.
Barville. Yeah,
man, absolutely. You're right there.
Yeah,
right there.
Yeah. That's why I'll always have a bias. People will debate what's the best chicken wing, and for me, it's not even a question. I won't let that debate even stand. It's always Barville. Shut that conversation down immediately.
Well, hey, Mike, I know you're in the works on this, but this guy Sammy did some work for us, going and sampling each wing place here in Buffalo. Gave us a really good breakdown, nice scouting report of each of them. I'm excited to see when that video drops. That's going to be pretty cool.
That was a bunch of fun when it comes out. You can know that the cinematography was me, and I'm sorry about that. I tried my best. Got to eat some great wings though. Yeah.
Use your phone, right? I mean, it's good enough. Yeah.
So what's favorite holiday show?
Favorite holiday show. So every year, my family has a tradition of on Christmas Eve watching Elf before we go to bed. So it's got to be that. There's, for my family, just a lot of tradition behind it. It's a great movie anyway. And it really just, it's for me, it signifies that it's Christmas. It has arrived. That's right before we go to bed. So
I got to ask you and even Jake, this Elf on the Shelf, was that a thing for you guys?
Do you want to
Not for me growing up. Okay. Yeah, not for me growing up. We've tried to kind of do it with Maxie a little bit, and then we got lazy with it. The problem is you got to be committed. We have 2 advent calendars. That's enough.
Gotta watch. Little kids are watching. So
I know. I know. Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying. But yes, you're right. I mean, Elf on the Shelf. Sometimes he gets a little lazy. Sometimes he does.
He does. There's always a good excuse for it. But Sammy, you have Elf on the Shelf?
No, we've never had Elf on the Shelf, and I think it's just one of those things where maybe it doesn't get passed down from the family, because I don't think I would do it with my kids either if I ever had any. So
it's a lot of fun. So I didn't have it as a child, right? I don't even know when Elf on the Shelf became a thing, but at some point in time, Santa, I don't want to say he got lazy or his crystal ball failed him, but he started sending elves out into the wild. He says, I got to get more information from certain families, and I guess not every family gets one, so maybe that's a bad thing, because we're like, we're under special watch from Santa. But it's a lot of fun. He does, elves do a lot of crazy things, but they report back to Santa and get some good information, and usually what you been talking about in the household might show up under the tree. Although I got to tell you, Sammy, when you grew up and you had that big gift under the tree, there probably was quite a few other gifts. And I was thinking to myself, it's hard these days, Jake. Gifts are so expensive. Like nowadays, the kids wake up and, Santa will bring his. But I'm saying ones from the family and stuff. It's hard to fill the Christmas tree. Thank goodness for Santa.
You ain't kidding. Yeah, you ain't kidding. It's always a magical moment on Christmas morning, but sometimes the pockets are feeling a little bit lighter than usual, Mike. I 100% agree with you.
Joe, you never heard of Elf on the Shelf? Well, I think hopefully I told you what it is. Basically, an elf comes, Santa assigns an elf to your family. He shows up. I forget. I think it's right after Thanksgiving or closely after Thanksgiving, and he changes his position every day, and the children have to find him. And like Jake said, sometimes the elves even get a little lazy. I mean, they're getting into your candy, they're getting into all kinds of crazy stuff, and they might forget the move sometimes. But yeah, that's part of the fun. Kids wake up, they're like, where's in our family, the elf is named Brandon, which is interesting because Jonah has a brother named Brandon. So yeah, fun little thing for the kids. And again, it's just more information that Santa needs from particular families. Maybe we're close. We're on watch. We're on Santa watch because we got some issues going on. He wants to make sure we're being good, not naughty. But anyhow, good stuff there. Any traditions, Sammy, that you guys have, your family has, that's maybe a little different than other families?
You know, I don't know what's a traditional like Christmas Eve meal, but my dad loves lobster, so there's always a little. It's like surf and turf. I don't know if that's. I feel like maybe a roast is probably more traditional, but we get surf and turf, and I love that. I'm a big fan. I inherited that from him, where I do enjoy a good lobster, but yeah, I don't know that that's traditional.
Yeah, that's different. I mean, if you guys have a great meal like that, I love that.
Oh, it's amazing. I mean, you can't pick a better meal. If you're going to do an alternative meal, that is the one to do, Sammy. I love that. I've done surf and turf a few times, like on New Year's Day. That's been a thing that's kind of been like a tradition that we tried to start with my parents. We did that like every other year for whatever reason. But yeah, no, typically for Christmas Eve, it's ham for us.
Okay. Yeah. I think that's more what along
standard.
the lines of what I've heard from like friends, but
yeah,
my dad will not pass up an opportunity to eat some lobster. So
I don't blame him. Yeah.
Speaking of lobsters, good for me, you know.
I don't know if Timmy's out there in the chat. Timmy's living out in Maine. He needs to bring us back some real good lobster from Maine. I mean, he's right there.
Yeah.
Timmy's been avoiding all of us. I think he's too upset about the Sabres to even get on camera because he might just
for sure.
vent. This is a Christmas show. We don't want to,
My theory is that he's just dodging the Waffle House stream. He's gone radio silent as to not have to end up in a Waffle House.
For those that don't know, we had a
tell.
fantasy football, Nickel City Mafia. We had a fantasy football league, and the loser was to spend all night at the Waffle House recording. I think we had some other rules, like he could get out of it if he ate a certain amount of waffles within X amount of time. But yeah, Timmy's kind of gone silent since he lost that league, and he still claims to this day that he never signed up for that. But I love that, Sammy. He's avoiding.
That's hilarious.
He's avoiding it altogether.
It was implemented a little late in the process. I'll give him that,
Okay.
But at the same time, I offered to actually go down to Maine and do it with him. I think that's a great challenge, great bonding moment. And by the way, Mike, so the rule was 24 hours. You take off 1 hour for every pancake you eat. So
that's easy. I'm out in 30 minutes.
I'm saying that's not. I mean,
They're big pancakes, though.
Those are big pancakes. Those are meaty pancakes. So it's tough.
Well, Sammy, I want to thank you for joining us tonight, and I wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas. And I hope you get something, maybe like, I don't know, something that has keys that you can drive off. It's not going to be under the tree. It'll be outside, and maybe you're going to be able to jerve around certain parking lots. So who knows what you're going to get this year.
Yeah.
But thanks again, man. And I hope to see you soon on the Sabres Edge again, you and Timmy, because you guys are fantastic, the best in the business. So thanks again for joining us.
Yep. Thanks for having me on. And I hope to be making more appearances on this channel soon.
Yeah, I love that.
Brother.
Love that. Thanks, Sammy.
Merry Christmas. Go Sabres.
Merry Christmas.
Go Sabres. Yeah, Frida, is there Christmas time is there story time on Christmas Eve? That's a great idea, Jake. Can you imagine if we did that? I mean, are you asking Frida, is that kind of a tradition? I think younger, yes, it was. I think now we don't typically do that, but I'll tell you what, my son, he's little bit older, but he probably loves something like that. What about you, Jake?
The story time thing I could definitely get behind. I think, you gather as a family in like the
Yeah.
living room, you light the fire maybe and sit, lights off, Christmas tree. Dad reads a book, maybe you pass it on to the, to the kid next year or whatever. They read a line, you pass it around the room. I'm all here for that. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Farida, right? That's how you pronounce Farida.
Rita, yep. Other coworker of mine. So
Love it.
And then my favorite gift from Cat Salad Gaming was a giant doodle bear. What's a doodle?
Okay.
Is that like a big dog? Like it's a like there's golden doodles, but
Yeah.
we're talking a bear now. Stuffed doodle bear.
You know what? I'm gonna have to Google that. Let me take a look.
Let's check what that is.
Okay,
So-
I have seen those. So yeah, basically you draw on them.
Oh, okay.
It's yeah.
All right.
I like it. Okay. Shoot,
Love
I
it.
almost just bought one on Amazon. I just clicked on the link. There we go.
So yeah, everyone else in the chat, some of your favorite gifts that you can remember as a child, and your favorite holiday show. Jake, I know you talked about one, Christmas Vacation, but do you have another holiday show that's your favorite?
I'm all about the claymations. I mean, you get me on one of those classic claymations, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Santa Claus is coming to town. We maybe have watched that twice a day, every single day in December, Mike. So Maxie is totally into it. I think she has 3 Rudolph stuffed animals and 3 Rudolph like mini toys. And then she has a Clarice one as well. So she's got both. And she loves them, like obsessed. I don't know if she's ever going to even non-Christmas season, like she's all invested in the Rudolph. So she's all about it.
I love Rudolph. As a kid, just whenever it came on, because in Buffalo it's cold, so you're in the house and got the hot chocolate going, and you throw on Rudolph. I didn't care how old I was. I still love Rudolph. I like to try to get the kids around the TV whenever it comes on, and we watch it. It's just a great little story. I love that. So good stuff. Let's see here. So let's. What do you think, Jake? Should we go to another performance?
Sure, let's do it. Why not?
All right, so let's go to Orlina. Orlina is a good friend of mine. I met her through my best friend Troy. Troy. She's a beautiful singer. She's been in the band. She's been in plays and things like that. And I got a couple for her tonight, but we're going to just do one right now. But this was hers from 2 years ago when we had baby Jack, when we were raising money for him. And let me play it. Here, I can't get the Christmas Vacation out of my head. Christmas Vacation. Christmas
So good.
Vacation. I know, right?
That might be a better rendition than the movie version. I don't know.
Dude,
It is.
Dude, that is next level. All right, here's Orlina singing for us.
Hi, my name is Orlina Owens, and I'm going to be singing a couple of Christmas songs for you. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Jack Frost nipping at your nose, Yuletide carols being sung by a choir, and folks dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe help to make the season bright. Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's on his way. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh, and every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you.
All right, Arlena. Beautiful, Jake. A cappella. No help needed there. No musical instruments at all.
Who knew we would? I mean, how do we know so many musically talented people, Mike? That's crazy, right? I mean,
Yeah, we
wow.
just have a lot of great friends, a lot of friends that we met through. Now, again, Arlena, I've known since she was a little girl. But yeah, we've, Tom, the super gentleman who gave us the super chat earlier, he actually got us in touch with the one who had that guitar solo at the beginning of the show.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So love Tom out there. Tom's done a lot of work for us as well on the charity events. But good stuff, just from people that we've just met through this channel. This one thing we love about doing this channel is just not only our friends and family. We've met so many good people. Weston was on earlier. Sammy, Sammy was somebody we met when we started the Sabres Head show. So just love it, Jake.
I know it. Yeah, I'm actually trying to find that picture from Discord that Tom sent us of I don't know, it's baby Charlie, and he's wearing a Sabres hat, and he said, "Show this on the show." He said, "Put in the holiday show." That is one cute baby.
That was
might have to
very cute.
Yeah, I'll have to send it to my email, pull it up on the screen to show you guys. It's so cute, so cute.
So we're getting close. We're getting close to having trivia, where we're going to be giving away some gift certificates to people. So stay tight, stay with us, and be prepared. Remember, the rule is, and I hope we get some participants this year, Jake. You got to join us on the show. You got to be on camera. You can't be there like cheating behind the scenes, Googling. We got to see your hands. We had some great people that participated last year, so I'm hoping that that happens again. So stay alert. It's coming soon. Let's see here. What do we got next, Jake? Again, if we got Brett or Sean, people that have been on our podcast, please join us. The link's in the description. If anyone else out there wants to jump on for a few minutes and talk Christmas with us, the link is in the description to join the show. You can do it with your phone. Phones work extremely well. I do have a note from Santa. Santa was sorry to say he couldn't make it this year because he's super busy catching up. Apparently, the kids were so good this year that he had to make a lot more gifts, Jake. Him and the elves are just overwhelmed right now. He did say everyone from last year that he mentioned, he's been keeping a close eye on you. And you're doing a fantastic job, and you're probably going to be happy come Christmas Day. So hopefully we'll get him back on next year. But yeah, Santa sent that message along. Let's see here. All right, Jake. Well, let's get into another performance. Got a couple more performances to get through, and then we'll get on to our trivia. The next one is going to be your good friend Ian. My friend, proxy through you, met Ian through you. Ian and you guys been friends, I think, since you were 5 years old, is what you're telling me.
That's right.
And he came on the show last year. We tried to get him 2 years ago. He actually lost power. It was a snowstorm in Buffalo. This is a great story. Snowstorm in Buffalo. He lost power. He was going to participate. He couldn't because he plays piano, and you're going to see that here in a little bit. But he did get on later. He was using his phone. It was very dark. It looked like we were talking to somebody who was in prison. Remember that, Jake?
Right. I was just going to say, like, what do they call that? Witness protection or something like that, right? His
Yeah,
face is
exactly.
all blacked out. Yeah. It's great.
Yeah, so let's see here. Let me bring that one up. And here we go. So Ian joined us last year. He did a couple songs. He'll do one, and then he does another one that everybody would know. And that was at the request of Big L. By the way, is Big L out there tonight? Big L and Mama Padre? I haven't seen him.
He is watching. I believe he's also. So we got a college football playoff game on as well,
okay.
Notre Dame and Indiana. I do want to update the folks that are watching that might not be tuning into that one. That right now, Notre Dame 14-0 over Indiana in the looks like the second quarter, about 6 minutes left.
All right. All right, let's bring on Ian, and this is from last year. And here we go. Good stuff. That last song he did was at the request of Big Al. Big Al says he's trying to find the link there to join us. It's in the description, Big Al. I know it's not the easiest. I don't know. I think you're using an iPad.
He is technologically challenged. So, Dad,
it's there.
Right in that description, you click the link. It'll take you to StreamYard, and it'll prompt you to turn your camera on, do all that stuff, and then we can bring you into the show.
Yeah. He's been on before. Hopefully he'll find it.
Yeah.
Be good to
He'll
ask
figure
him
it out.
some questions. But yeah, we're getting close. So Jake, let's finish up 2 more performances and then we'll get into our trivia. Sound good?
Sounds good.
By the way, for the trivia, just give a reminder, all you got to answer is 4 questions. You're going to be able to ask the chat for assistance. That's ask the audience. And you're going to be able to phone a friend. That's going to be your host here on the show. And you're 50-50. We got 4 questions. Odds are good if you get on this show with your camera that you'll be walking away a winner. So hopefully we have some folks to participate, Jake. Sometimes we don't. Remember, how many times have we tried is a reason why we don't have the ugly sweater contest?
Oh, I know.
Because
Pitiful.
nobody ever enters a sweater. I mean, last year we had 5 participants. So that was actually good.
You know, we get a lot of talkers out there, and everyone
We
says,
do,
"Oh yeah,
we
I'll
do.
participate," and then the day comes and there's 5 people. You know, it's like, what the heck? It's crazy.
All right, so we're going to go back to Priscilla. This last year, Alberto wasn't able to fly to Mexico to kind of to record this with her, but we got Luis, I believe, helped her out, and yeah, we're going to play that right now. Priscilla and Luis, and here we go.
You better watch out.
You better not cry.
You better not pout. I'm
Telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Sabes, mi amor, pórtate bien. No debes llorar, ya sabes por qué. Santa Claus llegó a la ciudad. Te observa cuando duermes, te mira al despertar. No intentes ocultar
Let's go, boys.
He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows when you're being bad or good. So be good for goodness sake. Sabes, mi amor, pórtate bien. No debes llorar, ya sabes por qué. Santa Claus llegó a la ciudad. Él todo lo apunta, él todo lo ve. Te sigue los pasos, estés donde estés. Santa Claus llegó a la ciudad. Te observa cuando duermes, te mira al despertar. No intentes ocultarte de él, pues siempre te verá. Él sabe de ti, él sabe de mí, él lo sabe todo, no intentes huir. Santa Claus llegó, Santa Claus llegó, Santa Claus is coming to town.
Priscilla, one of
They
our
were
favorites.
awesome.
One of our favorites. Yeah, fantastic. And like I said,
Throw a little
she did-
Spanish in there.
yeah, I know, right?
Unreal.
And
Yeah.
he had done one this year. We got Big Al. We're gonna bring him right on here in a little bit. Big Al's. I see him. He's enjoying some barbell wings right now. Get the sauce off that beard, Big Al. We're gonna bring him on right now. But Big Al, how you
There
doing?
it is.
I'm doing good. How are you, Mike?
Yeah, happy holidays, Merry
Hey,
Christmas, Big Al. How you doing?
All right.
Yeah, is Mama Padre with you tonight?
Yeah, she's the one that got me on here to begin with.
Oh,
I'm
well.
pretty
see
good.
it?
She can figure some stuff out with that.
All right. Well, hello, Mama Padre.
Yeah,
I don't see her much in the chat these days, but hopefully she's still out there watching us from time to time.
well, you guys are killing it so far today, so that's good.
Thanks, Big Al. We appreciate it. I know you've been a big donor over the past couple of years for the charity events that we've done. We thank you very much, helping families out. We still don't know. Last year we had we love Big Al. We had a big donation come at the very end, Jake, and we never know who it was. I still think it was Big Al and Mama Padre, but they never fessed up to it. But so we had a mystery donor at the end. It was a big donation to get us to our
Oh,
5,000.
yeah, I remember that.
I don't know. I sent our elf on the shelf over to Big Al's house just to get a little additional information, and he shared some things with me that I probably won't say as far as who is that donor. But Big Al, so talk to us, man. I mean, what are some of the things you remember as a kid? Like maybe one of your favorite holiday memories, maybe your favorite gift as a kid?
Yeah, they used to have this rifle called Crackfire, and it was underneath the tree, and I snuck out and seen it in the morning, unwrapped it, shot it a few times. It was pretty good.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was fun.
So
I never
BB
heard of
gun.
that one.
BB gun?
Yeah.
Is that what that is? And then what about Jake? Jake as a kid, was he a good kid, Big Al? I think I asked you this before.
He was a good kid, always a good kid. But I'll tell you what, not on Christmas morning. Probably about 4:30, 5 o'clock every Christmas morning, he'd be the first up. He'd come right out of our bedroom, says, "Come on, let's go." Every Christmas, we could never.
Still happens.
Still don't.
I think we're all guilty of that, Big Al. I mean, I was always one that wanted to get up super early. Like right now, my son Jonah's that person. Like he's up 5 a.m. and nobody wants to wake up that early, but he gets us up. So that's fun. I understand, Jake. I forgive you for that one.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So Big Al, where you celebrating Christmas this year? Are you hosting? You going to Jake's? What's happening on Christmas?
No, we're hosting. We
Okay.
always have a Christmas Eve, and we bring over Dr. Blake and his wife and everybody, and we have a really good time. Open up the gifts, and we were talking about as far as the gifts and stuff. It's expensive. Well, the older they get, the more money it costs you.
Yeah.
I'm really broke. I don't even have pockets anymore. That's how bad it is.
I am very fortunate. I got to say, last couple of years, Mike. Last year was a Blackstone. The year before that, it was like a Weber grill. he's been really getting me situated for my house. So that means I got to cook a few steaks at least, and I still haven't really, held up my end of the bargain there. So I
he
got
needs to come up for sure.
Yeah, it's time.
Yes. So it sounds like you guys get together because this is another tradition a lot of people do, and they'll open up a few gifts on Christmas Eve, right? So do you guys open all of them on Christmas Eve or just a couple?
Well, this will be the first time that we're going to open them all up because it's too hard for Jake and the babies and all that to go to our house and then go to the in-laws' house. So he says, you know what? Let's just open everything up on Christmas Eve here, and that way you could take your family. Jake could take his whole family over to his in-laws, and it's not so much hustle and bustle,
Yeah,
a little tough with the baby,
Yeah, definitely. So Maxie and Sully's first Christmas this year. That's pretty exciting, Jake and Big L.
Yeah.
So Big L does Blake doesn't have any children yet, right?
Not yet.
So
No.
Jake's the only one bringing you grandchildren right now so far?
Yeah, well, Dr. Blake, he's with his residency and everything, he's really busy. He has to know where he's going to be in Buffalo or whatever, and they're just taking their time with it right now, which is smart,
Yeah, I still got a bone to pick with Blake because we signed him for a big contract to come on here and talk injuries with us during the season, and he was a no-show. He took the money and ran, Jake.
He fleeced us worse than Deshaun Watson.
I know,
What are we
right?
doing?
He got guaranteed money too, Big L.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
He's something.
Unbelievable.
Well, Big L, is there anything you want to share with us before we move on to some more performances?
No, I think it's time to hear some more music or something. It'd be really good.
All right, awesome. So we got
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, thank you, Big L. Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas to Mama Padre and everyone else. Blake, I'm just kidding. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. But thanks for joining us, Big L. Appreciate it. Yeah, we're gonna get in some more music.
Okay, take care.
Take
All
care.
right. See you, Dad. Love you.
Bye.
Always good to see Big L on the show. I wonder if we ever get Mama Padre joining us too. That'd be fun. She was right next to him. I think he was
she
trying to
was.
show her.
She was the one that definitely got that set up with the camera and stuff. Because you get my dad on FaceTime, even he has a hard time. He's like all over the place, and I'm like, "Do you have your hand on the phone? I can't even hear you." And then the camera view. He has to figure out. He hasn't gotten that steady hand with the camera, so he's got to figure that out.
All right. Well, we're going to have our last performance, and then we're going to get into our trivia. So get ready, trivia folks. This is your opportunity to get a little money and spend something on Christmas for yourself or someone else. Let's go here. Let me bring up the last one. This one, we're going to go back to Orlena one more time. And let's see, this is from last year. So the first one I showed you was from 2 years ago. This is one of her performances from last year. And, I reached out to her. She was apologetic. She couldn't do one this year. They're in the middle of moving and selling her house. So she couldn't do it this year, but she'll be back with us next year. Let me bring it up. And here we go.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight. Through the years, we all will be together if the fates allow. Hang a shining star upon the highest bough and have yourself a merry little Christmas now. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. From now on, our troubles will be miles away. gather near to us once more. Through the years we all will be together, if the fates allow. Until then, we'll have to muddle through somehow and have yourself a merry little Christmas now. Merry Christmas.
Beautiful.
Hits
the high notes.
I know she's simply amazing. All the performers are. There were others. We could have kept going on. We had at least 6 or 7 other performances over the past 2 years. Just fantastic for them taking the time for us to make that. We really, really appreciate it. So great stuff there. So Jake, it's time. It's time. So for those that are out there, the link, if you can figure it out, Big Al figured it out. Anyone can figure it out.
I think Big Al wanted to do some trivia. So, Dad, if you want to get back in,
we are giving away 4 $100 Visa gift cards. $100, folks. That'll buy you a nice little gift for yourself, dinner for the fam, gifts for somebody that you love. So click the link and join us in the green room. There's some great food in the green. There's some great food in the green room. There's pizza. Gio got to have some of that. Tom got to have some of that. Big Al, I still see him in the green room chowing down on the barbell wings. What's the pizza we got down there in the green room tonight, Jake?
Got Picasso's down there. Looks like we got some. What else do we got there? Some carbones. Yeah, we got a whole smorgasbord.
Bocce, maybe.
Bocce. Oh yeah, it's all down there. Oh yeah.
Oh, what's your favorite one again? What's the place you go to?
My favorite is Picasso's. Yeah, I think consistently, it's been my favorite pie. But I like Bocce a lot. Imperial is good. I think some people are very put off by Imperial because of the sauce. They think it's too bland or it's too sweet.
Oh, I love it.
For me, I mean, if you're a South Buffalo guy too, like yourself, Mike, that is, that's you through and through. But I mean, those are some big time staples. Absolutely.
All right. Well, we got our first contestant coming up, and like I said, whether you want to use this for yourself, you want to, pay it forward to someone else, come on, win this gift card, do with it whatever you want. We got Big L coming on first.
I was gonna say, I knew he wanted to do trivia, so I'm like, I don't know why he's saying goodbye. But Dad.
Well, we're moving on to some other things, and he probably wanted to rest up and
get his mind right.
All right, so we got a few things for you, Big L, but I think for you, being a Bills fan, and that we're gonna have to go with some Bills questions for you.
Oh yeah,
sounds good.
Here we go.
Come on.
All right. So again, just 4 questions, Big L. If your phone a friend, what's funny enough, you can use Mama Padre, or maybe you can use your son. It's totally up to you. All right, here. I think I got to look at these real quick because Big L's going to nail these. So Big L's been a fan since I feel you've been born in your 70s, baby, Big L? 70s?
60s.
60s. Okay, you're right there with me. Okay, Big L, you and I. So I was just a baby born in 66. I didn't get to enjoy those early days, those early Bills. Buffalo Bills have been a thing since 1960. A lot of great players in the decade of the 60s. I started remembering around, I don't know, 4 years old, I want to say. I can remember 5 years old. I can remember watching Bills games. But okay, Big L, 4 questions for you. Boy. Let's see here. Can't make it too easy for you.
Here you can.
All right, Big Al. We'll start it off with one I think you'll get. In Super Bowl 25, Super Bowl against the Giants, the Bills became the first team in Super Bowl history to lose by what?
Oh, Jesus. They lost by... I know they lost. I know Norwood missed wide right. I can't remember what the score was. I'll
So
say.
let me give you some help here.
You guys try to forget.
Give me some. Yeah, I know. Let me give you some multiple choice here. Was it 2 points, 3 points, 4 points, or 1 point?
I'll say 1 point.
Is that your final answer?
Do I got to call a friend?
Well, you can call a friend, or you can use the chat. I think
Don't
you're
burn
good this
that
one,
yet.
Big O. I think you're good. Don't use that yet.
All right, I'd say 1 point. Final answer.
All right. That is correct, Big Al. 1 point it was. Even Frida, she was ready to help. Hey, Frida, don't be helping him early.
Oh,
You
thank
gotta
you.
wait.
I didn't even see that, so
You
I did
gotta
that
wait.
on my own.
Yeah, chat folks, you gotta wait till you're called upon. This is like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire style. All right, we got 3 more questions. Big L, you got phone a friend, you got ask the chat, and you got 50-50 still. So remember that.
Okay.
All right, let's find another one here for you. Let's see. Let me see here. Okay. In how many Super Bowls did the Buffalo Bills appear during the 1990s?
4.
That's a gimme. Is that your final answer, sir?
Final answer.
That is correct. All right. 2 more, Al. Big Al, I'm sweating it out for you. Let's see
I
here.
am too.
All right, I can't give you. I mean, I got to be a little tough. We got to make you be able to go to the chat at least. Ooh,
I got one for him.
this is a good one. This is a tough one. You
Okay.
might have to go to your son in this one. Which quarterback was the third stringer behind Jim Kelly and Frank Reich? Your options? Your options. You get options for this one. Was it Todd Collins, Gail Gilbert, Alex Van Pelt, or Rick Strom?
This is kind of a trick question.
Big Al, why you thinking about it, Big Al?
I'll go to the chat.
Oh, he's going to go to the chat. All right, chat. Again, the question is, what quarterback was the third stringer behind Jim Kelly and Frank Reich? Was it Todd Collins? Was it Gail Gilbert, Alex Van Pelt, or Rick Strom? We'll wait for you guys in the chat. By the way, the chat is known for cheating. They're known for Googling the answers to help contestants out. And so, I don't know, Tom's coming in with Van Pelt, it looks like.
That's what I thought it was too.
So time frame here. We got to think of the time frame here.
Yeah, let's
so
talk
we're
it through,
talking.
Big Al.
So Frank Reich left the Bills and became the first quarterback in Carolina Panthers history to throw a touchdown pass to Pete Metzlars, another former Buffalo Bill. This is back in '95. He left the Bills in the early '90s. So just think about that.
I think while you're thinking about that for a second, I also want to say, by the way, not everyone's going to get Bills trivia. The only reason Big L got Bills trivia is because we know he's a big Bills fan. For those that are coming on, we got Disney trivia, we got cartoon trivia, we got some other stuff that is easier than Bills trivia. So don't get scared away like we're going to be asking everybody Bills questions. Okay. All right. So we got what is this? Chris the RD says Grimace Shake in Fortnite. What
I love it. Welcome, Chris. Welcome. So this is one of my 17 fantasy leagues that I'm in, Mike, and Chris repping for Grimace Shake in Fortnite. Thank you for joining us tonight, sir. It's a pleasure. I would love to have you come on for some trivia and win a $100 gift card.
All right, Big Al. So final, here we go. Again, last time. Who was the quarterback? Who was the third stringer behind Jim Kelly, Frank Reich? Was it Todd Collins, Gail Gilbert, Alex Van Pelt, or Rick Strom? The channel hasn't offered up much other than Tom. By the way, Tom, I expect you to get on for some trivia, please. He says, I think it's Van Pelt. That's what he's trying to say there.
Yeah, I thought that's who it was, but I got a feeling it's not him now. Was it Gilbert, did you say?
Gail Gilbert was one of the options.
And what were the other options?
Todd Collins, Gail Gilbert, Alex Van Pelt, and Rick Strom. Go with your gut, Big Al. Go with your gut.
I'm going to go with Gilbert.
That is, hold on. That is correct, Big Al. Woo, that was a close one. That was a close one.
I so badly wanted to say something about Garrett Gilbert, his son, who played with the Saints, because I always remember looking up. I'm a nerd. I'm a football nerd. I go on Pro Football Reference every day. and I saw Garrett Gilbert was born in Buffalo, New York, and I'm like, what the hell? How was he born in Buffalo? And I'm like, oh, that makes his dad was Gail Gilbert, backup quarterback for the Buffalo, third string quarterback for the Buffalo Bills.
Wow, that was a tough one.
Yep.
I had no help either. That's not bad.
That was good.
That was good. I think Mama Padre was chirping in yours.
No,
come on,
she wasn't.
Let's go.
My mom wouldn't know that answer. There's no way. I'm
All right.
sorry. No
Big
chance.
Big Al. This is one you have to know. This is monumental. Okay. But you have all your options. Well, you asked I think he asked the chat, right? So we already threw that one out there. So we got phone a friend and 50-50. Here we go. Which team was defeated by the Buffalo Bills in an AFC East championship game by 48 points? It was a whooping.
That we lost?
No, we beat a team by 48 points in the AFC East AFC championship game to go to the Super Bowl.
Oh, I think I know it, but I mean,
You want to use let's use 50-50. Let's narrow it down.
50-50 because I got a feeling. Should I tell you what I think it is, but I'm not yet?
You can say what you think
give us
it
what
is.
you're thinking.
I was thinking Oakland Raiders.
All right, let's narrow it down to two teams, Big Al. The Cincinnati Bengals and the Oakland Raiders.
I want to say Oakland Raiders.
Hold on, sir. Congratulations, Big Al, our first winner. Yeah,
nice.
Let's go. $100 gift card coming your way, Big Al. Thank you so much.
Wow.
That was fun. Thanks for
thank
joining
you.
us. I hope you showed everybody else it can be done. Come on now. We need some more people showing up in the green room.
You did really good, Dad. I got to say, we
Yeah.
put the pressure on you a little bit with some of these throwback
Oh,
questions.
Gail was a tough one.
Rose to the occasion.
Yeah, Gilbert was a tough one, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I wasn't sure on that one. I wouldn't have known that. I'll tell you that right now. I would have been phoning a friend, which Mr. Podger. Did you know who it was, Jake? Did you know?
I did. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And like I said, I actually knew that initially because Garrett Gilbert, his son, who most recently played in the NFL not too long ago, his dad is Gail. And I saw that he grew up in Buffalo. I'm like, this is crazy. So I traced it back and I'm like, Gail Gilbert, how about it?
Wow. I didn't even use Jake. Imagine that.
That's amazing. Great stuff. Big Al.
Encyclopedia.
So now you got an extra gift card and maybe use it on the grandbabies. Maybe they get something special this year.
It probably will be too.
Probably will too, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Big
Well, thank you and have a Merry Christmas.
Thanks again, Big Al. Yes.
Thanks, Dad.
All right.
Love you.
Take
Good
care.
job.
All right. Thanks.
All right. Bye.
Were you getting nervous, Jake? You had to get a little nervous.
I was getting nervous. I was like, there's no way he's got to get these answers. I was a little concerned with the first question.
The 1 point, right? I thought for sure.
I'm like, wait, how do you not remember the most heartbreaking loss in Buffalo Bills history?
You know, you probably remember in the painful wide right. You're probably not remembering the score. Like
The
I would have,
score, that's
I
true.
knew that one for sure because I've had that on other trivia. But yeah, 1 point. Frida got it. She was out there, and you know, she's a Chiefs fan, unfortunately. But Josh Allen,
That's why she remembers.
I think we're her number 2 team. I've tried to get her over to the good side, but yeah, she says she'd be happy if the Bills won this year. All right, so we got
so
one.
Easy to say when you're sitting on top with 2. I gotta say, Frida, I love it. I appreciate you, but man, so easy to say.
I think she's got a crush on Pat Mahomes. Is what I think.
Oh, fair enough.
You know, it's hard to beat that one. But hey, that's it. Who else are we gonna get? Come on, Tom. Step up. Anybody else? Gio, if you want to get in the trivia, let's go. Frida, anyone who's out there, just gotta click on the link, and it's that simple. You saw it. It's difficult to lose. We give you all kinds of options. But Jake, while we're waiting, hopefully someone, Tom, where's your sister, Tom? I know last year she came on. She has her cute son. And Jake, you ran some merch over to her, I believe. And I think
I did.
She won a gift certificate as well and got some additional merch.
Well, Tom has actually technically won a Barbell gift card, which I still have.
What?
And Tom, so he refuses to accept it. That's the problem here.
Okay.
So Tom, listen, we got to figure this out. We got to definitely make our way to Barbell, get some wings together, maybe a beer or two, one of those Josh Allen Guinnesses, and shoot the bowl a little bit, man.
All right. Hey,
long overdue. There
We
he
got
is.
Alberto joining us.
Okay.
The ukulele magician.
Love it.
He's here to play some ukulele for us. No, I'm just kidding. But he could if he wanted to. So Alberto, love it. Thank you for joining us. Your shot at winning $100 gift certificate. And that is, so I got a couple for you. We can go with some Disney questions. I know you love Disney. Ariel's his favorite princess, by the way. Princess Ariel.
Underrated.
Let's see, what else do we have? We have some cartoon questions. Cartoon questions are also fun. We have some Star Wars trivia questions. And then we just have some general questions. And again, remember, you're going to have help here.
Okay.
I have some general questions. They're pretty much all over the board here, but they should be, might have to get some help. So what are you thinking, sir? What are you thinking? Disney, cartoons, Star Wars, or just some general trivia?
I'm in between Disney and general. What do you think?
I'm thinking Disney. Like everyone knows Disney, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, if we don't, you don't know it. I know. I'm sure Rita knows all the Disney characters by heart, and Gio as well. So let's go. All right.
Let's do that.
All right. 4 questions, Alberto. 4 questions. Let me make sure I don't give you the simple ones here.
What?
All right, here. Hold on. Let me find one that's reasonable. Ooh, there's some tough ones here. Some tough ones. Let me move it down the board here. We'll get some that I think Alberto might have a shot at. All right. What's the name of Mickey's girlfriend?
Minnie Mouse.
That's your final answer, sir?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, all right. Let's see. And that is correct. We got 1 out of 4. Let's go. Good job, Alberto. Good job. All right. Let's move on to the next one here.
That was hard.
That was hard? What the heck? Then we're in real trouble.
No way.
Then we're in real trouble. Okay, this is
Maybe he's hustling us.
This is one of my favorite Disney movies for many reasons. One was because after a hard night of working at a grocery store, stocking shelves, that's what I did when I was going to college. And I'd come home, my little girl, Nicole, I was tired, and then my wife kind of would switch. She'd go to work, so I'd have to try to stay up on the couch, but I couldn't do it. So what would I put on? I'd put on this favorite show. So here is, what song do Timon and Pumbaa teach Simba in The Lion King? So there's this great catchy song that they teach Simba that means no worries.
Is that Hakuna Matata?
I don't know. You got to tell me. Is that your final answer, sir?
Yeah. I'm remember that song in Spanish, but I think the title is Hakuna Matata. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Let's see here. We're going to the board. That is correct. Good job, Alberto. Hakuna Matata. I thought that was going to give you trouble. So you've watched The Lion King then, I take it.
Yeah. It was one of my favorite movies.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Now I want you to play Hakuna Matata on the ukulele.
Yeah, let's go. Can we get that going?
Please.
I don't know the chords.
You don't know the chords for that one? Okay. This one, I think you're going to have to go to the chat. I'm thinking. I don't know. I don't know. But I love this show. I love this movie, actually. Another great Disney movie. What do the other animals in the Jungle Book movie call Mowgli? So they have a name for Mowgli. The animals do.
Okay.
Jake, do you know this one?
You know what? This one, I might have to phone a friend on this one. I've seen the Jungle Book a few times, but not super familiar with that one.
Alberto, don't worry, Alberto. Remember,
I'm sorry, Alberto. I'm failing you.
You have phone a friend, you have the chat, and you have 50-50.
Okay. I think I'm going to use the chat for this one.
All right, we're going to go to the chat out there, folks.
Yeah.
Frida might, hopefully she's still there. I don't know.
Hopefully someone can help me.
We've only got 6 listening. We've lost a lot of listeners. We're late into the show, I guess. It's late. On the East Coast, it's 9:44. But what did the other animals from the Jungle Book call Mowgli?
And Mowgli was the main character, right?
Mowgli was the little boy.
Yeah.
Yep. And they all had a name for him. So I'm going to give you some options here if the chat doesn't join in, because we might have to go to 50-50.
Okay.
I have to make up the options in this trivia. They only give me the answer, but I can throw some other things in there. So your options, chat, and Alberto, just to think about. You got the boy genius, the boy cub, the man cub, and the great Mowgli.
Okay.
Don't make me say those again, because I made up 3 of them on the fly. I said boy cub, I got man cub, boy genius, and Mowgli the Great. Okay, I remembered all of them.
Okay.
So, no help.
Okay.
We're not getting any help in the chat. This is very.
I'll tell you what,
Alberto.
I don't know, Mike. I don't know if that's old age or what, but I think you said one of them the wrong way, so we could probably eliminate one of those answers.
Ooh, what was that one? What was that one?
You said like man cub or something like that. Did you put that? Was that the first time?
I said man cub.
Oh, that's my CT. Boom.
That was one of the 4.
Wait, so I know that one's not one.
Should we take it down to 50-50?
I know Bo Genius is like something like a band.
I don't know.
I think that's right. I think you're right on that, Alberto.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk through it. So the great Mowgli. Could you see other animals thinking he was the great Mowgli? What did I say? We ruled out. You said boy genius was a band.
Genius. And the cub one that you said wrong.
Oh, I said boy cub and man cub.
Something like that.
So we're going to do 50-50 on it.
Okay.
50-50 is boy genius and man cub.
Okay.
No way.
I think I'm gonna go with man cub.
Man cub.
Yes.
Is that your final answer, Alberto?
That is my final answer. Yes.
All right, let's go to the scorecard here. Here we go. That is correct. Man cub.
Wow. I'll tell you what. Wow. I really butchered that one.
Oh, man.
Wow. I didn't think there was a shot in hell.
Yeah, same.
That's
funny.
Boy.
This is a fun one, but I'm not going to make you remember all these. I don't know. Maybe we can get some help from Jake on this one. All right. The last question always has to be the toughest, Alberto.
Okay.
For $100 gift card. Ooh. What were the names of the 7 dwarfs in the movie Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs? You got to give me the names. I think your phone a friend could help in this situation. We didn't use that one yet.
Okay.
So, what do you think? Do you know any of them at least? Let's put some down here. Who do you know?
Well, I think I know the names. Some of the names in Spanish.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, well, if you know the Spanish, you can interpret to English for us.
I think one is like Tontin, which he was like the kind of like the dumb one.
The dumb one?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you one of those. That's Dopey.
Dopey, okay. Yeah.
I'll give you Dopey. All right, we got 6 more to get through. 6 more.
There's another Grumpy one.
Grumpy is correct. Nice job.
Grumpy one. And then there is what was it? Tontin, Grumpy, and then I don't know. I think I'm gonna lose
I was just gonna do the same thing. Yeah.
Is that Sneeze?
There's one that's always smiling. He's very, very, I don't know. He's excited.
Well, the Sneeze one I don't know the name.
Sneezy.
We'll give you him. He's Sneezy. We're going to narrow this down to just the remaining one. So keep walking through it there. Happy was another one.
I cannot make the name. Sleepy.
There we go. Sleepy.
Yep.
Sleepy.
We are down to the final 2.
2 more.
2 more.
2 more.
Oh, yeah.
Because I didn't use the chat last one, so maybe someone's in the chat can help me.
Anyone in the chat left to help them? We're down to 2. We've got the 7 dwarves. We got Dopey. Grumpy, Sneezy, Happy, and Sleepy. Got 2 more to go.
Two
Anyone in
more.
the chat? Can anyone in the chat help out? Let's see if the chat answers. Here we go.
Let's see.
We're waiting. Let's see.
They both. Dog.
Hey,
we got somebody helping.
Dog Bashful. Chris.
Doc and Bashful. That
Yes.
is that your final answer? You're going to use
That is
those
my
would be the
final answer.
last 2. Is that it?
Beautiful.
Yes.
I love it.
All right, here we go for the win for the $100 gift card. It is correct, Alberto. $100 coming your way. Merry
so
Christmas and thank you for joining us. And
Thank you.
that was good stuff. Thank you. Next time we bring you on live next year, bring that ukulele and
Okay.
let's go.
And since this is a football show, I want to say, I don't know if I mentioned to this, Mike, but my first NFL game was Raiders against Patriots in Mexico City. I don't remember.
Oh,
But it was
nice.
like 2000, I want to say 2014, maybe? I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember that. So Derek Carr,
Yeah.
was Derek Carr quarterbacking? Yeah.
No,
It
it
would have
was,
been his rookie year, maybe.
what's the famous one for Patriots?
Oh,
Tom Brady versus Derek
Tom
Carr.
Brady,
Yeah, I think it
'cause my
was. Yeah,
brother- Yeah, my little brother, he was a fan of him. So I took him to go see that game in Mexico City in a huge stadium. There was a
Nice.
lot of people, a lot of Raider fans.
I
So-
remember it was back in, I think, 2005 or 2006. The Cardinals played the 49ers, and it was the first ever game in Mexico City. And they broadcasted it. There's a famous line from it, and it's when the Cardinals went up and Anquan Bolden scored a touchdown. It's legendary, but that is so
Wow.
cool, Alberto. I love that.
Yeah, it was a lot of people, huge stadium. It was fun. It was my first NFL game.
Well, I hope it didn't make you like the
Nice.
Patriots. You're not a Patriot fan, are you?
No.
All
I'm a
right,
Bills
all
fan.
Good man.
Thank
Good
goodness.
I'm
man.
a Bills
Thank
fan. I'm a
goodness.
Bills fan.
There you go.
All right, see, another Bills fan. I've got them. They supporting us, Jake. We got to win it.
Yeah.
Alberto,
right.
did you see Tom and Gio on earlier?
I did, yes.
Okay,
Yes,
so we were
at the
talking
beginning.
about
Yeah.
what Santa referred to in other countries. Now you're from Mexico,
Mhm.
so what did you refer to him as a child?
At Santa
Is it-
Claus, yeah.
It is Santa. All right,
Yeah,
so Santa there. All
Santa.
right,
Or just
awesome.
Santa, yeah. The same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell Priscilla, very again, extremely thankful that she, pushed out another performance
Yeah.
for us. I just couldn't use it, but we did bring
Yeah.
up 2 of hers. Like yours and hers are a staple. We'll always play that one. It's one of our favorites.
Yeah.
So, hey, enjoy. Oh, by the way, so maybe growing up, what was one of your favorite holiday shows that you watched as a kid with your family?
Holiday shows. I don't remember growing up, but I remember watching Christmas Vacation. When I was
Christmas Vacation?
older, yeah, but
My man.
Christmas Vacation.
Christmas
I can't get that
Vacation,
song
yeah.
out of my head right now. Christmas. So no Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Alberto.
I don't remember. No,
What?
no.
Alberto's like 21 years old. Like he's got a long time to remember, right? He's like, I can't remember as a kid.
No.
All right, good stuff, Alberto. Thank you so much. Have a great
you, guys.
weekend, and you'll be getting that $100 gift certificate.
you.
So you use
Merry
it wisely
Christmas.
and enjoy. Thank you so much, Alberto.
right,
Go
Merry
Bills.
Christmas to
Christmas.
you as well.
Bye.
Go
Feliz
Bills.
Navidad.
Feliz Navidad.
All right, listen to you breaking out the Spanish, Jay.
Listen, I
All
took
right.
it in high school and 1 year in college, and it has failed me multiple times because I don't remember much. I remember the keywords, right? But that's about it.
I don't know. Have you seen you have TikTok at all, Jake?
You know what? I actually don't. I
What?
I do, like, if someone sends me a TikTok, I'll watch it, but I don't actively go on TikTok because I feel like I'd just be scrolling for hours. So
It's
for my
entertaining.
own benefit, I know.
Yeah. When you can't sleep, you just watch it. And
Right?
one of the big things that they've been selling are these earpieces that translate languages.
Oh,
So
yeah,
for
I've
instance,
seen those.
right? So and
Yeah.
they're very Tom, you're there. You're gonna get on? Click the link in the
Need you,
description.
Tom.
Just get $100 gift card going your way. And if you don't want it, give it to your wonderful sister. So let's go. And then who? The baby that he showed. How's that in related to you, Tom? Is that your
I was just
nephew?
gonna say that is a cute
Oh, we got
baby.
Alex. All
Oh,
right.
yes.
Alex China. Let's go.
Listen, shout out to this man because EQ bets, as I mentioned earlier, right? I mean, full circle moment. This is beautiful. What's up, brother?
How you doing, buddy? I'm having
How
a
we
great
living?
night tonight. It's actually a really good show.
Oh, thank you, man. We appreciate it.
To bring back earlier, Mike, sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
You said you had a bone to pick with Blake. I actually do have a bone to pick with Blake, too. He tore my Achilles in high school, so I still have a grudge about that.
What? Did he really?
Yeah.
He really did.
Playing football?
Roger. So, yeah. And the only reason I'm doing this is, for one, I'm going to dedicate this to Jake. I'm going to give him the $100 because I'm going to knock him out of fantasy this week. And playoffs.
Wow.
So he's going to need it because I'm going to the championship. I'm going to win it all.
All right. I love it, Alex. Now, Alex, we got options, but I feel you're obviously a big Bills fan, right?
Big Bills fan. Yep. I live in Florida now, but born and raised in Buffalo for 21 years.
Oh, I love it. And how did you meet Jake? How'd you meet his family? You go to school with him?
I've met Blake first. We played organized sports together. And then I first met Jake. He was doing basketball stats at our Little Cagers games. And I always looked at Blake. I'm like, what is he doing? He's like, apparently you're averaging a double-double at 10 years old in a Little Cagers basketball game. And I'm like, I love that. I really do.
Unbelievable. And I was doing it from a young age. Mike, I would do stats for everything. I mean, outside playing football, we would have 16-game seasons, and I would do stats for every individual game we played. Alex was in the stats for those too. I think you had a perfect quarterback rating the one year, if I remember correctly. So, yeah.
Yeah, and this was before, like, technology. He had, like, the notepad and everything. Like he was doing a play-by-play with Ian, who was playing the piano earlier, did a great job. And it was just outstanding. Great to watch.
Oh, yeah.
So, Alex, what's one of your favorite holiday shows and maybe one of your favorite holiday memories?
That's a loaded question. I mean, like, growing up, you gotta love the animated Grinch, Christmas Story, Home Alone, all of it. It's
classics.
Just, like, you can't beat it. Especially, it's weird living in Florida now because, like, right now it's cold. It's 50 degrees. It's really cold for Florida, but it's weird not seeing snow. But yeah, Christmas in Buffalo, you go outside, white snow. We watch Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, a little Christmas Story. It's just lovely. Can't beat it.
All right. Well, we're going to get into four questions, Alex. I think you should be able to get some of these. I'm not going to make it easy on you. So you are going to probably have to use phone a friend Jake, maybe the chat, and then we'll use 50-50. Don't forget you have those as options. All right.
Yeah. When it comes to Jake, he knows everything about football. So
he
it's
does,
gonna be easy.
but you can only use him once. So
that's fine. I'll probably use him for the fourth.
All right.
Use it wisely. I'm going to save that one for a little later because that one's definitely a little tougher. But all right, this should be an easy one to start things off for you because in Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, they always start G's. So who was the head coach in the Bills' first 4 Super Bowl appearances?
Oh my gosh.
Oh boy.
Come on, brother.
Where would you rather be than right here, right now?
Has to be. Am I missing up his first name?
If you know his last name, you can say that too. You don't have to get the first.
Levy, right?
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
All right, let's go to the scoreboard here. Let's check. Good job, Marv Levy, Alex.
Yeah. Okay. I thought I'm overthinking it here, boys.
I know you get,
dude. You are. I'm like, there's no way.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's see here. Let me go back to. We'll work our way up from easy ones, although that turned out not to be too easy. All right, here we go. Which Virginia Tech standout was the Buffalo Bills' star defensive end during the 90s?
Bruce Smith.
Smith, final answer, Alex?
Yeah.
Check it out. Congratulations. All right.
Not gonna lie, you said Virginia Tech. I automatically thought Tyrod Taylor, but
really?
The defensive end in the 90s.
I love that. Dude, I will say this. So Alex is very good with colleges and quarterbacks specifically. Yes. That's how he remembered like players and how they went to college. Like he would find every starting quarterback's college. So that's hilarious that you said that. Tyrod Taylor. Shout out to Tyrod.
Yes. Well, when you got a statistician like Jake, you got to impress him somehow.
I think this one's going to be a little tougher for you. So far you haven't used any of your options, 50-50, phone a friend, or the chat. So here we go. If you get this one, I'll be super impressed because I'm not even sure you're old enough to know this one, but I think so, maybe. Who was the Bills head coach from 1978 to 1982? So a little hint. Got some hints about this.
Okay.
He inherited a dreadful Bills team, just like Marv did, and made it respectable.
Yeah, pre 90s Bills is where I'm definitely gonna have to use Jake Podger here for a second.
Oh, he's fun and friends. So Jake, I'll tell you what, Jake struggles a little bit before the 90s too. But here we go, Jake. Do you think you got this one?
So what was the year, Mike?
1978 to 1982.
78 to 82. Okay, so we're well past. Was it Chuck Knox? I think it's Chuck Knox.
Chuck Knox.
Chuck Knox. Final answer, yes.
Alex. Well, Alex has to decide whether it's his. You gonna go?
We're
with
gonna go with Chuck Knox there, Mike.
All right, let's check things out here. Here we go. That is correct, Alex. Great job. Great job.
I was actually a little. I didn't know. I was like, is it Chuck Knox? I thought I second guessed myself for a second there. Glad we got that.
Go with your gut, baby. Always go with your gut.
You got to go with your
gut. All right,
gut.
so this is a good one here because you can't use Jake anymore. I know Jake knows this one because we've talked about this in the past. I'm a little worried for you, Alex, but you're going to have to use, we got the 50-50.
Okay.
And we got the chat still. So here we go for the $100 gift certificate or Visa gift card. Who was the 1996 U.S. Republican vice presidential nominee that was also the quarterback for the 1964 and 65 AFL champions Buffalo Bills? Woo. Again, I'll say that. There's a lot of words there. Let me say it again.
No, I understood what you're saying.
All right. But for the chat, in case you got to go to the chat, who was the 1996 U.S. Republican vice presidential nominee that was also the quarterback for the 64 and 65 AFL champions Buffalo Bills?
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with the chat on this one because I don't think they can get it with a 50-50.
Jake, throw me in the private because this one does. I have a couple names I can throw there, but give me two more just random Bills quarterbacks. So if we go down to 50-50. But does anyone in the chat know who is the quarterback for the Buffalo Bills 1964 and 65 AFL champions? If nobody chimes in, we got Tom saying Al Gore.
Did Al Gore play football? There's only a few presidents that have actually played at the. There was someone played for Michigan. I remember this is back in the 50s, maybe. I forget who. What it was one of our presidents. Or it was
all
a long
right,
time before that.
Big L's coming in when he thinks it's Jack Kemp.
See that name sounds familiar from a football perspective. That sounds very familiar. Don't know if he was VP or anything like that.
Let's take it down to just let's take it down to 50-50. All right. So we'll eliminate two of them. Of the four that you had to choose from, Todd Collins, Rod Johnson, and you had Daryl LaMonica and Jeff Kemp. So we're going to eliminate two of them. So because this is for the win here.
Yeah.
We're going to eliminate Todd Collins and Rob Johnson. So you have Daryl LaMonica and Jack Kemp.
Always go with your gut, right? I'm going to go with Jack Kemp.
All right, here we go. Let's check. Final answer is in. Locked and loaded. Congratulations, Alex. You are a winner of another $100 gift. Visa gift card. Congratulations. That was
big time.
That was a good one because LaMonica did play at the same time Kemp did. Just letting you know. So good stuff there.
He's on the Bills Hall of Fame, right? Or am I thinking of a different Kemp?
Jack Kemp is, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
That's why the name
little fun fact.
Yeah.
Got a fun fact for you on this. So if I were to ask you, out of every Buffalo Bills quarterback in the history of the franchise, not that we've had a ton of prolific guys, but we've had some, right? Who has the most Pro Bowl votes?
Oof.
I mean,
I'm going to say Andre Reed.
No,
Hawthorne.
quarterbacks.
Oh,
Quarterbacks.
Okay.
Quarterbacks only. Yes.
You see, like my mind instantly goes to like newer quarterbacks because like the media votes and there's so many votes.
Yeah.
Like you would think Josh
so.
Allen,
Right?
You would think so, but it's
Josh
probably
only has 2.
Maybe Jack Kemp because
wants
that's
to
what
go
we're
with
talking
JP
about.
Lossman just because.
JP Lossman, that's hilarious. No, it is not JP Lossman. I don't think JP even sniffed a Pro Bowl vote, unfortunately. Shout out to JP. Had a laser rocket arm, just couldn't really figure it out up here. He had one good year, 2006. Him and Lee Evans, man, they were electric.
Jake, you thought he was the savior. So a little more information on that question because they actually give you some cool stuff. Kemp played for the Bills from 62 to 69. That's 1962 to 69. He was the AFL MVP and AFL Championship MVP in 1965. Kemp was Bob Dole's running mate in an unsuccessful presidential race in 1996. Smith, LaMonica, and Bass all played on the 1964 and 1965 Bills team. I don't know what Bass that was back then, but it wasn't Tyler Bass, I promise you.
Fun fact too, I was born in '97, so it was failed the year before I was born.
The year before you were born. That's hilarious. I love that.
So Daryl LaMonica was a great quarterback. I think didn't he go on to win a
MVP?
Super Bowl with the Raiders?
I don't know if he was on that Raiders team when they won the Super Bowl, but he was an MVP quarterback with the Raiders back in '68, I think it was.
Yeah, I'll have to look that up real quick while we're
Blakers. Dr. Blake is a huge Daryl LaMonica fan. He's got a signed jersey in his basement that says LaMonica MVP, and of course he's here in Buffalo, right? But he was no more than really a backup here in Buffalo. Goes to Oakland and does some crazy things.
Well, Blake's favorite team was Oakland growing up. He still loves the Raiders, diehard.
Oh,
Raiders
yeah, he's a Raiders guy. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, so far it's pretty easy for these winners for us to get their information. We'll reach out to you. Jake will reach out to you, Alex, get your address, and we'll send you this gift card. I was going to do digital, but I might do physical cards, send it out to you. That way you can use it anywhere. With the digital cards, you can only use them online.
Whatever's easier for you guys.
All right, awesome. Thank you, Alex. Appreciate you.
Boys.
Happy holidays.
Love
Merry
you,
Christmas.
Merry Christmas, guys.
Hopefully we talk soon again. All right. So we are down to the final one, folks. We have one more gift card, one more Visa gift card remaining. Is there anyone left out there daring enough to get on? It's pretty easy. Pretty easy. We haven't had a loser. Last year we did. You know what's embarrassing is last year, I think the only one who lost in this trivia was my sister. My sister got on, and she didn't use it. She wasn't using any of the 50-50s. She was just going straight off what her husband was telling her. And obviously her husband was wrong.
I remember that.
Remember we tried to swear, like, are you sure? Are you sure? Like, nope, not a chance. But I love the Bills trivia. It's kind of fun going back. I always like going back before the 90s and the 80s because that even gives you a hard time sometimes.
It does. The 80s especially. I don't know what it is, but the 80s really tripped me up.
The 80s? Well, this one I knew you knew because we talked about Kemp before many a times.
6-time Pro Bowler, Mike. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, more Pro Bowls than Jim Kelly, more than Josh. Josh Allen only has 2 Pro Bowl selections technically because I think he declined the 1 year as an alternate. But that's wild, especially considering this day and age where it's not a participation trophy, but it's gotten to the point where you have like third alternates, where you have guys like Snoop Huntley getting into the Pro Bowl, so it's lost a little bit of that credibility. So you go back to the 60s, different time period. Those guys used to play. Jack Youngblood back in the day played with a broken leg in the Pro Bowl. So how about that?
Yeah, I know, crazy.
Mm-hmm.
While we're waiting for the last person, we'll wait a couple more minutes. But I just want to say, again, thank you all for joining us tonight. It's something we do every year. It's this year was more about kind of giving back to those that have supported us over the years. Whether you use it for yourself, a loved one, or pay it forward to someone, whatever, it's yours to use. Use it as you wish. Jake, something that I've been trying to implement with my kids, talking about traditions early on, right? One of the new traditions was every year we pick a Starbucks or a restaurant. I don't know, something where we can go in the drive-through and we pay it for, or we just say we're going to pay for the people behind us.
Oh, I love
And
that.
I think that's pretty cool. We've done that a few years. We're going to continue to do that. I'm waiting for the day that we say we'll pay for the person behind us, and it's a big RV or pickup. You know, those folks order like for the office.
Right.
Oh, that'll be $150 bill.
It's like they were going to use the company
Oh,
card anyways.
Yeah, right. And you
Yeah.
can't go back and I'm like, how about the person behind them?
Yeah, psych.
Yeah, how about the person behind them? But no, it's
Right.
kind of it's a fun thing to teach your children, and you know, it's all about giving back to people. It really is.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of people. We're, you know, fortunate. You know, I've had a good life, and my kids have had a pretty good life. But you know, there are a lot of people out there struggling. So anything we can do to help folks is just important to us. So yeah, let's see here. Yeah, last year, Tom says my nephew got a Knox glove. Dawson Knox of the Buffalo Bills. Yep.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. Yeah, we had Dawson Knox. So he's partnered very closely with the Punt Foundation. We got to get him on the show at some point here. But
I wish.
He, you know, he works very closely with them, and he does amazing things in the community. He really does save his time for, you know, giving back to the community. So if he's doing a public event, there's got to be some meaning behind it. So shout out to him. You know, he does some really great things for the community, and they provided us with some cool stuff, some gear, a signed glove, some signed pictures. And we were able to give that away last year. And yeah, Tom, it was so cool, man. When I dropped it off at your sister's house, he was so excited. And I don't know, you sent me a picture of him, and it's like, yeah, he wouldn't even, you know, he wouldn't take them off, you know, so pretty cool.
That's cool. That is cool. Yeah, Knox is, you know, even Amy, Amy came on our show the first year, and she spoke about the interaction that Dawson Knox had with her. There was pictures taken, and she just said how friendly he was, you know, got down, played with the kid, played with Jack basically, and was involved more than just the pitcher. Like a lot of times you see these guys that they're helping support a foundation, but you know, it's just their face. No, he was involved quite a bit. He was getting on Zoom calls with the families, just really, really supportive. And that's why we love Dawson Knox, Buffalo Bill tight end. And it was good stuff.
For sure. Yeah.
And we'll probably, you know, next year we'll be talking to the Pump Foundation again. Like I said, we took the year off just because we lost Cardell. I don't know about you, but I still think about Cardell, especially around Christmas time. I'm like, man, that was rough to lose him. I think we lost him about 2 to 3 weeks after the show. But fortunately, we raised some money, and I hope it helped the family. And I know it did help the family in some way. Can't replace a son at all, any child. And it's just brutal to even think about that, because both of us have children. That's one of my worst fears. You know, it's got to be a worst fear for any parents. So, but anyhow, we're still hoping, we're sending prayers for Cardell's family, hoping that they're able to continue to honor Cardell, but also, you know, start to get a little bit better. So, Jake, I think we're not going to have another one here, but you know, we can chat for a little bit more. But your final thoughts on, you know, the show, anything else you want to share regarding Christmas, any questions you want to ask? Because, you know, I talk too much.
No, not at all, Mike. You did a fantastic job hosting. Without you, the organization would be all over the place. I'm very scatterbrained. I ended up talking about Jack Youngblood and on Jack in our Jack Kemp comments. So, yeah, I mean, no, you did an amazing job. This was a great show as always, and I love this show. It's great. We bring a ton of people on. There's Chad the Chief in the chat. Hey, Chad.
Yes, what's up, Chad?
Want a shot at winning a $100 gift card? The floor is yours. Just saying.
Floor reviews. We got one more left. Oh, we got somebody coming in.
We got Chris.
All right.
Yes. Hell yeah.
Oh.
What's up, man?
What's up, dude? How we doing?
Good. How are you?
Not bad. So Chris is in my fantasy league here, Mike.
Yeah.
So,
Just got knocked
first time
out.
I've actually met him face to face.
Really?
Very official.
This is amazing. Yeah.
He posted it in the group, and I was like, you know what? I'll give it a shot. We'll see what it's all about.
All right.
Awesome,
all right.
man.
So, Chris, are you Bills fan?
Yeah. I grew up in Buffalo.
Grew up in Buffalo. You still in Buffalo?
Oh, yeah. Currently.
Okay. Awesome. So you guys, how'd you guys get in the same league, but you haven't met anybody or met each other?
So mutual friend Scott, shout out to Scott. He's been in our chat before. Scott Archambault. I'm not sure where he is tonight. He liked the comment that I put out there.
He
I don't
did
know if
like
he's
the
watching
comment.
or not.
Yeah.
He might be watching college football right now, knowing him. But yeah, Scott, big supporter of the channel. He comes into the comments quite a bit here. But anyways, he asked me, he said, do you want to join a fantasy league? And I said, at this time, I think I was only in 12 leagues. I then joined 5 other leagues, including this one. And he says I'm an absolute psycho, which I know I am. But it's like, you know what? I just love fantasy football. He said it was a dynasty league.
I know. It was my first dynasty I've been in. So.
Oh, it's cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
different.
It's
different.
It's different.
Yeah.
So what, dynasty, is that the one you keep the same players year after year, or is that the keeper?
That's right. Your draft strategy changes a little bit. Guys like Tyreek Hill that might be good for like that initial year, you got to think about the future. So like in a normal redraft league, he goes in the, maybe the second or third round or whatever it is, right? Now in a dynasty league, he's probably not going until the mid rounds because he's up in his 30s now. So you got to think about your future a lot with this.
All right, cool stuff. Well, Chris, did you make the playoffs?
Nah, I made the playoffs. I got knocked out of the first round. So.
It's tough, man.
That's how it goes. Yeah,
well,
my team was falling apart. I lost a lot of good soldiers along the way.
So, Chris, I've been asking most of the guests. So, before we get into the trivia here, tell me a favorite holiday memory of yours, Christmas memory, if you celebrate Christmas, or any holiday memory, and one of your favorite holiday shows.
All right. So, holiday memories in general is just waking up, coming downstairs, having breakfast with the family, open up presents, all that good stuff.
Nothing better than that.
I'm blanking on the movie, but it's got Arnold Schwarzenegger in it.
Oh, I just watched this.
What was that called? Yeah, he's like getting a toy. It's like a.
I know it. Yeah. I saw this last night.
I was question.
I was half asleep. I gotta find this.
Jake,
now.
You let me know. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll have to look that up.
But that movie's a good one. I was watching Home Alone the other day too, and I was like, "This is a certified classic as well."
Well, by the way, if you have Prime, Red One's been released. I heard it's really good. It's with The Rock, Dwayne
The
Johnson.
Rock, yeah.
So I'd recommend maybe this weekend or Christmas, check it out. I heard it's really good. I haven't watched it yet. We plan on watching it this weekend.
It's on Prime. I'll check it out.
Yeah, definitely.
Jingle All the Way.
Jingle All the Way.
Jingle All the Way.
That's
Okay.
That's a good one.
Yep. Classic.
All right. So, Chris, you have you just have to have 4 questions answered correctly.
All right.
You have the phone a friend, which would be Jake. You have asked the chat, and then you have a 50-50. We'll narrow down the answers. We'll cut them in half. So, first question. I don't know, Chris. How old are you? 30?
I'm 34.
Right, 34.
Yeah.
You look even younger.
I got that going for me.
All right, awesome. So the first question to you is, which former Heisman Trophy candidate was the Buffalo Bills' elite running back during the 90s? Starting easy, Chris. This should not be an oh man.
Yeah, I don't know.
This should not be an oh man. This should be I know this one right off the top of my head. Who was that elite running back in the 90s for those Super Bowl teams? We had a couple good ones, don't get me wrong. We had other ones, but he was the guy.
He was the guy, huh?
He's the guy.
In the
Hall of Famer. He's on the wall, right, Jake? He's on the wall. Oh, he's trying to give a tip there.
I don't know. I don't know if I got the Bills trivia like that. It's a shame. I'm looking bad for the team.
All right. Well, you remember, we can go 50-50. Or we can go ask Jake. I would save Jake for a harder one. Ask the chat.
All right.
Which one do you want to go with?
I got to see how to view the chat on this.
All right. Chat. Chad the Chief saying that's an easy one. He's a Chief fan. He says, I even know this one. Chris, come on now.
Bad for business.
So who is, if the chat could help us out right now, who is the former Heisman Trophy candidate who was the Buffalo Bills' elite running back during the 1990s? So we got Big L coming in and Chad coming in with Thurman Thomas.
Thurman Thomas. Oh my God. Yeah.
Well, what threw me off a little bit too was the Heisman Trophy candidate. Because at first I'm like, Heisman Trophy winner. That was where my brain went. So I'm like, Reggie Bush? Because he played with the Bills. And then you said 90s. And I'm like, all right. Reggie Bush, by the way, Chris, myself, and Mike all had more career rushing yards than Reggie Bush did with the Buffalo Bills. No big deal. He had -1 rushing yards.
Oh, my goodness.
Fun fact for you. But yes, he played with us for a hot second. Cup of coffee. But yeah, Thurman Thomas, very nice.
Thurman
Thomas.
Thomas.
Is that your final? You gonna go with the chat, Chris?
We're gonna hammer that one in. Yeah, Thurman Thomas.
Hammer that one. Congratulations, that one is right. 3 more to go. 3 more to go, and I don't know. I feel like again, it's gonna be tough for you. If that one if you struggle with that one, this might be even a little tougher. But you still have Jake. You still have the 50-50 left. So, in which year was Jim Kelly drafted? Now, remember, greats like Dan Marino. Who were? Let's throw out. What were some of the other quarterbacks in that 83?
John Elway, Dan Marino.
Oh, did I just slip? Sorry, I'm going to stop talking right now.
Oh, did you say the year?
No, I
That's great.
Yeah. I don't know. That's making a little bit easier right there.
So, what year was it?
Oh, man, it's tough. I'm gonna.
You know what? I'll say this:
83. I don't know.
You're gonna go with 83? Such a final answer?
That's just a shot in the dark. But
okay. That is correct. Boy, I let that one slip out of the bag. Dang it! What the heck's wrong with me?
Nice.
All right, here we go.
You felt bad about the Thurman Thomas thing.
I did.
Give him a little.
That's just the old me, just forgetting that I shouldn't have said the year. All right, here we go. This one everyone should know. This is brutal. The Buffalo Bills playoff loss in Tennessee was called the what?
Playoff loss in Tennessee, huh?
It's a playoff loss that many of us will never forget. I still to this day say it was a forward pass.
It was a forward pass.
Forward pass.
They've done sports science things on this, and it was a forward pass.
All right, so I still got a 50-50 left, and I still got Jake.
You still got Jake. Yeah.
I got you, brother, if you need it.
All right, so we'll go with the 50-50.
All right, your options are, hold on here, let me pull these up.
That's right, Chad. This was the famous player for the opposing team that threw the pass.
Yep. All right, so here's the 2 after we narrow it down. I'm not going to give you 4 since we're doing 50-50. It was the Nickel City Mafia Miracle or the Music City Miracle?
It was the Nickel City. What was it? Nickel City
Nickel
Mafia?
City Miracle, City Mafia and Miracle, or the Music City Miracle?
I'm going to go Music City Miracle.
Music City Miracle? Jake shaking his head like he's feeling good about that one. That is correct. All right. We got our final one. And you get to use Jake for this one.
I got Jake. I got Jake. This is all right.
This is the last prize we're giving out. So this is going to be a tough one. So I'm not giving Jake nothing easy. We're going to go way back here.
Oh, look at
Dog's
that
coming in. She's
all right. I love it when the dog shows up.
She's been feeding me all the answers.
Jake, you know what my wife said that we should do next year is instead of an ugly sweater contest, have pet owners mail in their best dressed dog for the holidays. What is that outfit you put on the pets? It could be any pet. And we should do that one. All right. Let's see here as I search for a more difficult one. That one's easy. Okay. Wow. All right. This is pretty interesting. All right.
Oh, I love this. Boy. Here we go. Okay.
This is Bills. Who is the only Buffalo Bills professional player to be inducted into the Hall of Fame that never played in the NFL?
Oh, man.
Now remember, I think the NFL, when did they decide to merge? It was after, it was at the Super Bowl. So that was 66, 65, I think it was.
Yeah.
So this would have been somebody before 65.
To never play.
I'll give you some tips. He was a Buffalo Bills offensive guard. He played from 61 to 69.
This is the Vietnam veteran who was sadly, tragically killed, I think. I don't
know. I don't know.
I think this is right.
He retired after the 69 season.
Yeah.
Just prior to the AFL NFL merger. Okay, so they had the NFL merger in 1970. He was an 8-time Pro Bowl All-Star, and he is on the all-time All NFL team and the Pro Football Hall of Fame class of 1999.
Wait, so say this again. So he never played.
He's the only professional player to be inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame that never played in the NFL. Remember, it was called the AFL, and then they had the merge.
Okay, that's where I'm like, wait, what? This doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
How do
right?
you even? That was throwing me for a loop. Okay, so okay, that clears things up because I'm like, wait a minute.
It was an offensive guard,
right? Yes, because he was in the AFL. He never actually. The NFL merger was in '72. So yes, okay. Boom. We got that cleared up. You said 8-time Pro Bowler?
He was a 8-time Pro Bowl All-Star.
Oh,
he was in
Billy Shaw. Got to be Billy Shaw then.
Did you Google this or
No.
how are you getting? Because we got to make Chris feel comfortable. He's got to say final
Rest
answer.
in peace, Billy Shaw. I think he just.
I don't know. I was calling it in on Jake, so I was seeing where it
All
was
right.
going.
Do you trust
Definitely
Jake
Billy
enough
Shaw.
to say this is your final answer? He's been known to give some.
I
wrong
just
answers.
know that the number in my head because I recently looked him up not too long ago.
Well,
I
I think whatever answer Jake has is going to be better than mine here.
All right, so he's going with Billy
So
Shaw.
I'm going to go with that
Yeah.
one.
All right, let's
He's
see
probably the
here.
best guy. Him and DeLon Lear. I mean,
Congratulations,
There we go.
Chris!
Plus,
$100 Visa gift card coming your way. Chris, you need to take on some lessons with Jake. I think he charges $10.
We're just linking up now. So.
$10 every
Dude.
week. He does a 2-hour, and he'll take you through all the history of the Bills
That's good.
shows,
That
Bills
sounds good.
history. So next year, when you jump on for this, this contest, you'll know all the Bills questions.
There we go. I'm going to be all set now.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us.
Yeah,
and,
thank you guys for having me. It was nice.
Jake
Nice
will,
meeting you formally, both
yeah,
of you.
thank you,
brother.
Jake will contact you, and we'll get that piece of gift card out to you soon.
Sounds good. Thanks for having
All
me.
right. Thank you, Chris.
Go Bills.
Thank you guys. Go Bills.
Go Bills. There you go, Jake.
Awesome. I love it.
$100 gift cards. 2.5 hours.
My heart was racing on that. I got to admit, Mike, my heart was racing. You really got me. You threw me for a loop with the wording.
The
there.
NFL,
I'm like,
right?
okay.
The NFL, yeah.
But that
Well, once
makes
I threw it
sense.
to you, once I said, remember, it was the AFL. I thought they actually merged prior to the Super Bowl, the first Super Bowl, which was in '66. But apparently, the AFL merger happened in 1970. AFL NFL merger to 1970.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
that's kind of it, man. Look at that. Chad, you just missed out, my friend. I know you would have gotten all these right. But we appreciate you coming on late at night. We've been going for about 2 hours and 22 minutes, and it's been a lot of fun, Jake. Let's wrap this up. Final thoughts from you, my friend.
Final thoughts. Man, it's crazy. We're 5 days away from Christmas right now.
I know.
Mike. This
I
is
know.
absolutely insane. By the way, the Bills are 11-3. We're feeling real good about that. Tune into the boys. I don't know if they're going to be doing a show, but be talking about the Pats-Bills game. There's a really good play of the day, too, by the way, that the boys over at EQ Bets cooked up. So we'll be posting that in the Discord and talking a little bit more about that, too. But no, I mean, life is good. Family's good. I went all in this year again for Christmas decorating. I am, I try to embody my Clark Griswold, and
You got the train running this year?
So that is a sad story. I have the train. The problem is, so the engine part, the wheel actually is cracked. So the part that holds the wheel that propels it to go forward, I have to get that repaired. I don't know what happened. I always pack it very carefully, but maybe a child was messing with it or something. I'm not going to name names, but sometimes
it's hard to find. It's hard to find. They're kind of dinosaurs now. Those shops that because there's a lot of people who collect trains and those type of things, and there's very few shops out there that actually will do repairs on those things. So I bought this really nice Polar Express train, maybe 6-7 years ago. It was nice. It was well built, but I'll be damned. After 2 years, it just stopped kind of working. So and there are some shops around me, so I might take it there.
You're right about that. There's one that's in Hamburg here, so not too far from me. But yeah, they're few and far in between, and so that's an LGB train, which is like it's an expensive one too. So it's like I want to get that fixed. That's going to be like an heirloom, I think. So beautiful.
You might, if you can't even find. I would imagine because Buffalo. I mean, trains were a big thing in Buffalo. Yeah, with Bethlehem Steel and all that, trains were in my neighborhood. Shoot, like literally less than 100 yards from my house where I lived as a child, there was train tracks and trains running every day. So I'm sure you're going to find somebody there who could fix that up for you.
Yeah, definitely. By the way, Chad, I am going to be sending your shirt out tomorrow. I know I've been slacking terribly. By the way, if you guys haven't checked it out, one of our other sponsors, Big Stitch Embroidery, we do have our Nickel City Mafia merch, and Chad was one of the winners of this fine polo here. So, Chad, I will be sending that out shortly. I got to still send Weston's out. I did send this out initially. It got sent back to me. So we're playing a little bit of back and forth there, but Bill's merch coming your way, brother.
All right. I love it. Anyhow, we're going to end it now. Again, I want to thank everyone for joining us tonight. Great occasion. Just giving back to all of you who have supported us for many, many years, 4 years, but that's a lot in the podcasting world. So we appreciate you. We do it for fun. Never thought we'd get to the point where we'd be monetized or anything, but that happened because of you folks supporting us. So I want to thank you again and have a Merry Christmas. Happy holidays if you don't celebrate Christmas. Happy New Year. Jake and I will probably be on the air again before New Year's, probably talking about this upcoming game. But I really appreciate all of you. I hope you all have a fantastic holiday season, and we'll see you soon. Jake, go Bills. Merry Christmas.
Go Bills. Merry Christmas.
Happy New Year to everyone else out there. So let's go. Go Bills. Have a great night.
Go Bills.
Christmas vacation.